Alright, what's up everybody? We're back with more Pokemon Y Hardcore Deathless Nuzlocke. So, last time we got through the third gym, and we also did the whole, like, Tower of Mastery thing, which, like, is the whole, like, you know, fighting Karina to see if you can get Lucario. Now, I made a special emphasis that if we lost that Lucario fight, that it was fine. Because Lucario was not actually our Pokemon yet. You know, he's not given to you until after the fight's over. And we actually did end up losing the fight. So, the way I've ruled it is that Lucario, looking at my box here and also my party, I do not have Lucario here. Lucario, we're just not allowed to use for this run since I lost that fight. But it doesn't count as a death or anything like that because obviously it's fine. Oh snap, it's been a while. What's up, bro? What's up, C? Yeah, I've just been playing Pokemon Y. We've gotten 3 gyms in, and the team is looking pretty solid right now. We've got a lot of solid Pokemon, with Quilladin being our starter. Or really, Chespin was our starter, but now he's evolved into Quilladin. And we even last time got this guy, Nidoking, and he has this hidden ability, Sheer Force. Horde battles have a 5% chance per Pokemon for them to have like a hidden ability on them, and we actually got one of the Pokemon that has their hidden ability, so it's pretty cool. It's very rare you get to see a hidden ability in an actual Nuzlocke run, since, you know, you're not really supposed to get them from regular wild encounters, but Horde battles are an exception to that. I love the UI. You love the little setup I have going here. Yeah. Trust me, it is. I've done a lot of these Nuzlocke, so the evolution of the UI has been pretty crazy. All right, let me pull up the stream, make sure everything looks good, and then we can go ahead and get started here. All right, that looks okay. That looks good. Okay, perfect. All right. We're all good, ready to go. So I think for the most part, I'm not going to make any adjustments to the team right now. We're going to head towards Route 12. That's to the east of Chalor City. And the level cap, I have not updated it yet. Where do I have level cap at? Level cap only goes up by 2. Gym 4's level cap is 34. So we're already kind of pressed for the cap, since last cap was 32. We've already got 3 Pokemon at 32, and then Thumper, which is Steelix, and going to be pretty useful for the next gym. He's level 33, so we got to be very careful here. Can't stay long, but I'm alive. That's good to hear, Nick. You still sick, or are you doing better? Alright, and then I think I might level up the rest of the squad. I might get Snorlax and Lapras up, at least a 31 here. Just to make them kind of equal with the rest of the team. I don't really think there's any too crazy fight we're going to do in the near future, but just to be safe. Much better now. To talk to you later. Have a good stream. All right, sounds good, Nick. I'm glad you're feeling better. All right, Route 12. So we got a couple of trainers here. Again, as a reminder, there is no rule that I ever have that says I have to fight all the trainers, but I like fighting as many trainers as I can, just to make the run a little bit more interesting. You know, you want to prove that you're the best trainer, you know, that you're really worthy of the champion title. You shouldn't shy away from any challenges. So I'm not gonna, oh, I need to teach Surf. I'm not gonna shy away from any of these guys. Let's go ahead and do, I'm also not gonna backtrack to like fight any trainer I miss. Like, that's not gonna happen. And the sky trainers, forget it, those are stupid. Let's go ahead and get rid of Water Pulse for Surf. And I think let's leave with Gyarados for this. Okay. I like that you actually get to see Lapras's sprite. We already got our encounter from Route 12, which was this Lapras. It was the gift Pokemon on this route. So we're not going to worry about any wild Pokemon here, but we are still going to get a couple more encounters before we do the next gym. Swimming alone, swimming alone. Oh yeah. This guy's having a great time. Treating the river like his like his personal pool. All right, Quillfish. So water poison type has pretty mediocre stats all around. I think its best stat is defense at like base 95 or 85 or something like that. It ain't that great. But we have Bulldoze, so we can just deal with that. Probably a 2-shot. And Toxic Spikes, okay. Toxic Spikes is a pretty interesting move. I mean, you know, you only have 2 Pokemon. It is a good one. It is a good one. If the opponent has a lot of Pokemon, you know, and you can kind of get poison stacks on them when they switch in, especially if you use Protect right, it can be pretty good. Then we got Binacle. This is a water rock type. I already have one of these guys, and I don't think it would know a rock type move, but just in case, because it would hit pretty hard. It does have Tough Claw, so though I don't think any rock type move that I am aware of in this game makes contact. I'm trying to think if there is one. Off the top of my head, I'm not thinking of it. I know like Excel Rock exists in like Generation 7, but we're not there yet. Gonna go Rock Polish, that's fine. Just boosted speed. And then Needle Arm, we'll take it. I did get poisoned by the Toxic Spikes, but that's okay. Only took 10 damage from it, and unlike prior generations, like, you know, Generation 4 and before, you don't take poison damage outside of battle. Losing a battle with my Binacle? Oh no! Well, you also lost it with your Quillfish. I'm just gonna forget about Quillfish. To be fair, I think a lot of people forget about Quillfish, so. And honestly, I think Quillfish has a terrible moveset too. I'm pretty sure at that level, I don't even think it would know a water or poison move, even though it's a water poison type. It might know like Pin Missile and Revenge or something. And Revenge isn't that bad. Hello, hi, had quite the day. I took Squink to the aquarium to see the fish, and he fell into Shark Tank. The aquarium is suing me because all their sharks are eaten. How are you today, Playtro? I'm doing fine. How you doing, 70? We're about to head towards the 4th gym, which, you know, is kind of the halfway point. I don't know. I think it might be a little bit before the halfway point officially, but this run is going pretty smoothly, even though we failed the Lucario. Last stream. Pretty sad, but I think this is a trainer as well. We can just keep Gyarados in the lead slot. We'll be okay. I grew tired of the city life and decided to wander the world. I'm not aiming for anywhere in particular. Alright. You are challenged by Backpacker Joran. No idea if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Probably not. It's like Jordan without the D. Alright, Lion Noon. I don't think it's going to have anything too crazy. I highly doubt it would know Belly Drum at that level. I'll just go return. Pretty good damage. It goes Sand Attack. And we hit through the -1 accuracy. Lion Noon is down. It even crit. That's my guy. I suppose I won't find victory in battle either unless I aim for it. Okay, we get some money. Have you heard of Palworld? It's supposed to be like Pokemon. If so, what do you think? I think it's a pretty fun game. I put a lot of hours into it. Probably about 2 years ago was the last time I really got into it. I played with only one friend. Because I don't remember if it was crossplay at the time. I think it's crossplay now, but I don't remember if it was crossplay at the time or not. But 1.0 is coming out, I think, in like a week and a half, 2 weeks, something like that. and I'm already getting in contact with some friends, and we're gonna probably play it and see how fun it is. Because they changed a lot since the last time I played. I love Skiddo so much, I feel like I've been hit with the attract move. Here, take this TM so you can see how I feel. I hope you're not actually attracted to Skiddo. It's fine if you admire Skiddo, just don't romanticize yourself with it. That would be bestiality. Can't pick items up from the ground while on the back of a Skiddo. Which would be poor manners after all. Okay. Yeah, you can actually ride Skiddo in this game. Just goofily run around here, and he actually can jump like over ledges and stuff. And there are some things to get, like this item up here. I don't really think any of these items are that important, and I'm not able to navigate the staircase. Actually, that is an important item. I spoke too soon. Shiny Stone is actually pretty important. That is what we use to evolve Floette into Florges, and that's a dang good Pokemon. And I think I made a comment a while back where I said something like, I think I said, like, I wouldn't be evolving Floette until it learned Moonblast via level up. I was wrong. We're going to evolve it before then, because I'm pretty sure the move reminder shows up before Floette would learn the move normally. Not by much, but it's better to have that immediate power boost with Florges. Found a Whipped Dream. That's how you evolve Swirlix into Slurpuff, I think. You know how Pokemon takes place in its own world? Would you like them to do a game in our world, not just inspired by our world? US, Asia, Australia, real life events. What about time period not being done? I think it could work. It would be a little bit out of character though, you know, because I think part of the charm is that, you know, Pokemon is supposed to be like a fantasy kind of world, you know. You could make it take place in the real world, but I mean, then you'd have to introduce, like, you know, I don't know, some more weird things in the game, like, you know, maybe the evil crime syndicates use weapons or something, and I don't know if they want to do that. So, I think they want it grounded in their own fantasy world. It's easier to market. A lot of Pokemon can learn Surf on my team, but not any of them are special attackers except Lapras. So anyway, let's fight some of the trainers I missed here. I might put a Repel on if I have. I think I have a couple, right? I might have bought more last time. I have 16. Okay. Alright, we got this trainer here. Let's... Oh, closest Steel Egg still. Okay, we could do that. I'll leave with Lapras for this, and if we need to swap, we'll swap. Not a big deal. You're about to find out just how strong my family is. Yeah, imagine just, instead of sending out a Pokemon here, you send out like a a little brother or sister to fight me. Alright. So Viper. Go ahead and use Surf. Don't think it's gonna one-shot, but it should do a lot. Glare, that's gonna paralyze me. Plesio is paralyzed. Venoshock, and we're paralyzed. Whole lot of nothing. Poison Fang. Oh my god, we're paralyzed again. It's a 1 in 16 chance to be double paralyzed. Let's see if we can make it 3 for 3. Nope, we're finally gonna get through and get Surf off. Let me get Miltank. Alright. Miltank, I think, actually has a pretty good moveset here. I remember this Miltank from other runs. I think it's got, like, Body Slam, and of course, its signature move, Rollout. For that reason, I think we'll head over to Steelix here. It's going to use Bide. Okay. So I can't do too much damage while it's using this. Unfortunately, I only know attacking moves, so that's not exactly great. I'll go to Couladin and try to get Leech Seed up. What do you think about rebooting Pokemon with only the best parts? Like, don't include all the unpopular Pokemon, maybe only the 300 most beloved, all main characters and villains return too, as the gym leaders in Elite Four. Pokemon is getting out of hand now. I don't want them to remove Pokemon, mainly because I feel like some of the Pokemon that I like might get removed, and I would not want to see that, you know? I mean, everyone's got their preferences for Pokemon. I feel like every Pokemon in the game is someone's favorite, right? You know, there's like, I don't know, 30+ million people who play Pokemon. There's gotta be like one person who likes every single one, so I don't want them to remove Pokemon. However, like a game that's focused on like just like all the villains coming back, it's kind of what like Ultra Sun Ultra Moon did in their post game, but if it could be done even better, heck, if you could make like a Pokemon Coliseum-esque game, right, where you're playing as kind of like an anti-hero in a way, I think definitely that could be a really fun one to do. I feel like Pokemon definitely should try to do something different, you know? But the sad reality is that, you know, Pokemon is such a big game and people buy it regardless of quality that there really isn't an incentive for Game Freak to make anything better than what they are currently making. Which is a shame. Alright, Miltank has taken itself out with Rocky Helmet. Yeah, Steelix is a trait evolution, or not trait evolution, sorry. Well, it is a trait evolution. I mean, you know, Onyx does evolve into Steelix via trade with a metal coat. But what I was trying to say is the Steelix we have here, we obtained in a trade in, like, Salage City. We traded Love Disc for it, and so it gets boosted experience. So that's why we kind of have to watch this more than all of our other Pokemon, because it's going to level up faster. Wow, we lost. It looks like your family was even stronger. You darn right. I don't know why I talked to you again. I didn't mean to do that. There is a tree here, and I think this item right here is leftovers. I do want to get that. I don't have a Pokemon that knows Cut, and I don't want to teach anyone Cut at the moment. So we'll have to come back for that. But let me take out the trainers first, so I don't have to worry about them. We definitely don't want Lapras in the lead now. You know, do I have anything to heal Lapras with? I think like a, because I would like to use Lapras since it's, I mean, I could just rare candy it up, but do that. And then do I have a paralyzed heal? I have 4. Cool. My swarm of bug-type Pokemon is in tip-top shape and buzzing for a battle. Alright, what you got? Youngster Aiden. Sent out Yanma. Alright, Yanma we can definitely take out with 2 Surfs, probably. Maybe even 1, I don't know. Yanma is not that bulky, but we'll see if it can take it or not. Yep, 1 Surf is all it takes. Yanma's down. I thought Yanma would give more experience than that, but Whirlipede, I think we're okay. It might know Rollout, but Rollout's not that powerful, so we'll be okay. That's not a big deal. Poison Tail. Could poison me, a crit. But does not poison, so we'll just go Surf. Drown this Whirlipede, and then... I think you got a third one. Let's see what it is. A Mothim. Really wish I had an Ice-type move, you know? It's kind of a shame I'm using an Ice-type Pokemon. Don't have an Ice-type move at the moment, but Surf will still probably two-shot it. Almost one-shot it. Bug Bite. That did a surprisingly high amount of damage. Gonna be honest, wasn't expecting that. I wish they would make a game based off the anime, not necessarily like Pokemon Yellow, but where being the best is secondary and it's all about the adventures. These games can feel like grinding and fetch quests sometimes, at least from what I see. I don't have video games, I'm not allowed for the time, but you're not allowed to play video games? Oh shoot. Well, don't worry. It just means that you'll have so much more to play when you are allowed. But a game based off the anime, it could work, but it would be hard to incorporate it because the anime kind of just makes up the rules on the spot. So, you know, it would just seem like the Wild West. It could be a fun game, though. It could be a fun game, for sure. I'm not sure how they would do it, but there probably is a way that they could pull it off. But as for like the whole like grinding thing, I will say that like Pokemon has come a long way from there. Like, I would say the first like 5 generations of Pokemon, grinding was an unfortunate reality of everyone's playthrough. You kind of had to grind a lot. From this game, like the 3DS era onward, I think grinding became a lot lesser, mainly because they overhauled how an item in your inventory works. I'll show it off really quick. It's the experience share. So when you have this on, I have it off right now, but when you have it on, everyone on your team gains like half the experience from every battle. So it's a good way to have everyone kind of leveled up sort of evenly, not completely, but you know, it prevents like Pokemon on your team that you want to use but you're not using for the current battles to not fall too far behind. So they've done stuff to make it a bit less grindy, or I shouldn't say a bit less, a lot less grindy. Came a long way since like the first generation games, which is just, oh my god, that is a slog. Pokemon game developed by Rockstar, oh my gosh. Well, if that was the case, then they would charge like $100 for the game. And they would make an $80 version that doesn't even include online. GTA 6 is going to be an absolute massive success, but it is kind of crazy how greedy they're being with it, I think. Alright, Nidoking, we're going to have you take the field. Because I think this trainer, if I'm not mistaken, has 2 pretty powerful Pokemon. I like to bury my face in the fur around Taurus's neck and take a big whiff of its scent. It's a jinx for battle, I hear. Okay, you were challenged by Pokemon breeder Foster. You do you, man. What the man likes? Sure. Alright, we're just gonna Poison Jab this guy. Double Kick is super effective, but keep in mind, Nidoking has Sheer Force, the hidden ability. And Double Kick doesn't have any secondary effects, so it's not boosted by Sheer Force. Poison Jab does, and since it's also the same type as Nidoking, it does more damage than Double Kick overall. I think, and especially, I think I have a Poison Barb as my item, right? Yeah, I have a Poison Barb as well, so I think with all of those buffs like factored in, the base power is somewhere around around like, you know, 170. The power, it's a lot. Alright, anyway, we got Tauros on the field. I think we can just probably two-shot it. Even with the Intimidate debuff, I think Poison Jab's still going to two-shot. Might be a range. Pursuit only did 14 as well. Cool. Tauros goes down. Oh, that's right. A jinx is something that brings you bad luck. Oops. Great dialogue. If a Pokemon game by Rockstar included being able to hit people with your cart and explode helicopters or a Pidgey you are flying on, then I'm sold. Now, that would be kind of interesting. I mean, with the power of mods, you can bring that to life. Alright, I guess we'll leave with Snorlax for a little while here, because he's the only one who's not level 32. Also... Okay, yeah. I was gonna say, I wanted Ice Beam to be second. Because I know we learned that with Lapras. I didn't remember if I reordered it or not. Got an item here. Right there. Ice Heal, not worth my time. There's also this trainer. I think he just has Magikarp, so this is just a complete freebie. Fishing is all about catching and releasing. Well, some people don't release them. You're challenged by Fisherman Murray. Yeah, his entire squadron of Magikarps. I think they're high enough level that they know Tackle, but, you know, that's still not an incredibly powerful move. Especially coming off of Magikarp's, like, base 20 or something attack stat. It probably has more than 20 attack, but... yeah, Magikarp ain't gonna live that. And they don't give barely any experience. I'm hoping we get some kind of money, though, from this. If a Pokemon game would have a real-life crossover that was good, which one would you want? Not real life, but with another video game. A crossover with another video game? Well, there's already kind of like a crossover for like Minecraft. There's like that Pixelmon thing, and I don't know much about that. I think it's a mod or something. But that could be kind of fun. It would have to be something that's like more casual, something that's not like too like hardcore, because that kind of fits with Pokemon's whole thing. Something that's approachable to all audiences. I don't know. There's a couple of answers, but you know, realistically, I feel like the only way it would ever happen is if it was like a Nintendo game. Because Nintendo absolutely hates the thought of making something multi-platform. Alright, last Magikarp. Body Slam should take this out. If we go to the north, there's a new area called Azure Bay. We are going to get an encounter from there, but before we do, we want to make sure we get a certain item that's going to be in this next city over. I wouldn't have lost so badly if I just released sooner. He actually gave a fair amount of money for someone who used only 6 Magikarps. So if we go over here, we're going to get interrupted by a cutscene. Uga, I challenge you to a battle in front of the gym. You better be ready. Yeah, this is kind of where like the rival fights kind of start happening like really often, and it kind of gets annoying. We just fought the rival like in the last city, and now we're about to fight him in the next city. And then it happens again after the 5th gym. So it's like 3 back-to-back gyms that you're fighting your rival. I don't really know why they did it like that. I am disappointed that you're not wiped yet. I mean, in a way, it kind of happened. Doctor, remember how I said that there was a very small chance that at the top of Tower of Mastery that I could actually lose the fight. It did happen. I did not crit with my Lucario, and they did. So I did lose. So I don't have Lucario. But that obviously doesn't count as a wipe because Lucario was never given to me. It gets given to you after the battle. If it didn't count, then it doesn't count. Fair enough. I'll be happy if that's the only time that that it happens. Oh. OBS is complaining about dropping frames here. Checking, making sure everything. I think it is actually lagging a little bit. We have someone coming out on Thursday before I start streaming to check our internet because I think there was something acting up about it a couple of days ago. So hopefully this is fine, but right now it says it reestablished, so we're okay. Okay. Oh wait, I never got the good rod, did I? The good rod, you have to talk to this guy. Wandering young trainer, are you? Let me guess, you wish to fish for all Pokemon in the water, right? I'm sure you do. Shall I lend you a rod? I'm a fishing fanatic, and I've collected more good rods than I could ever use. Why would you need multiple good rods? Here you are, one good rod. Go take it for a spin, alright? Alright, now I've got a good rod, so let's head on back. We're gonna go do this really quick, because I don't want to forget. Oh, went too far. Azure Bay we will do in just a second. I want to go to Shalor, or I don't even know how you pronounce the name of the town, but I'm just going to call it that. We're going to go back to Shalor City, and we're going to get our encounter from there. So Lucario, if we were to have gotten Lucario, it would have been considered Tower of Mastery as the Met location. So that obviously is not Shalor City, so we can go ahead and get our encounter as normal from here. Again, we're kind of counting Lucario more so as a failed encounter than anything else. Although he's the only Pokemon you could even encounter in there, so it doesn't really matter what you rule it as. I need to go to the key item pocket and deselect the old rod. Oops. And then reselect the good rod. Alright, so here, there are two encounters we could potentially get. There's Remoraid and there is Chinchou. So it really doesn't matter which one we get, because the great thing is, Azure Bay, using the good rod, has the same two Pokemon available. So if we don't get Chinchou from here, we can get Chinchou from Azure Bay instead. If I do get Chinchou from here, then I might actually consider what my options are for Azure Bay, see what other Pokemon I could get. Because Remoraid probably won't get used, let's just be completely honest. Alright, let's keep on fishing until it shows up. Internet repair is a scam. Just place some copper wire into your neighbor's fiber optic cable and you'll get excellent service. Yeah. Let me just head over to the local McDonald's and just sit down and just mooch off their Wi-Fi. Alright, anyway, we got Remoraid here, so I think we have net balls, don't we? We have two. Sure. I don't want to try to weaken it, because I really think that a lot of moves that I use will probably just kill it. So Remoraid was caught. Awesome stuff. So that I will write down as our encounter for Shalor City. And then we've got Azure Bay as our next one. I'm trying to write down some of the upcoming encounters. Okay, I think that's all of them. Using its dorsal fin as a suction pad, it clings to a Mantine's underside to scavenge for leftovers. It eventually evolves into Octillery. Trying to think of some kind of like, you know, we'll do like Railgun. There you go. So there you go. We got Remoraid. So now if we go to Azure Bay, we can just go and do the encounter via a good rod, and we'll get Chinchou as our encounter. And Chinchou is actually going to be a very important Pokemon. Probably not anytime soon. Maybe. We'll see. But later on, it will absolutely be a very important Pokemon to have. It's got that very important water-electric typing, and there is a 50-50 chance that I'll be really, really happy with what we get. That one's sleeping. Let me get on the back of this, so I don't have to walk through the grass. Okay. Head up here. I'm going to use a super repel so that we don't get any other encounter on the way there. And then there is, I think, a hidden item up here. Have to leave now. Swink is hungry. I can tell by the way Good Cage is starting to catch fire. When he gets mad, his pyrokinesis starts, and I don't want the neighbors to go to the hospital again. Bye. Alright, 70. Thanks for being here. Always fun talking with you. Alright, let's go ahead and get up to Azure Bay. Right up here. Alright. And then we fish, and eventually, it might take a couple tries, but eventually we will get Chinchou on the hook. It's not that one, though. We get a Remoraid. I think it's, I want to say it's like 70-30 between Remoraid and Chinchou, so it shouldn't take too long. Whatever, Remoraid, let me leave. Alright, good rod. Another Remoraid. Come on, Remoraid, you gotta just stop showing up. Bubble Beam. It's gonna do probably like 10, 13, sure. Maybe I shouldn't be leading with Snorlax, so I can actually run away. Let's leave with like let's do Quilladin. It makes sense because, you know, being a grass type, he'll be resistant to water and electric. He's also got Eviolite, so he's very bulky. I gotta say, you know, this is the first Nuzlocke I've done where I've picked... There's Chinchou. This is the first Nuzlocke that I've done where I've actually picked Chespin. I picked Chespin in my first ever playthrough of Pokemon X and Y. But this is the first one I've used him in a Nuzlocke, and he has been pretty dang good. Pleasantly surprised about it. Again, I think like all the Kalos starters are, you know, you really can't go wrong, especially because you also get to pick a Kanto starter as well. So there's a lot of mix matching you can do to cover your bases. You really can't go wrong. The only thing is getting past the first gym. Fennekin definitely has the easiest time with that compared to everyone else. It shoots positive and negative electricity between the tips of its 2 and 10A. And zaps its enemy. And I cannot speak. It zaps its enemies. Also, is antenna the plural, or is it like supposed to be antennae for plural? I don't know. I read that thinking that maybe that was plural. I don't know. We're gonna name it Lighthouse. Alright, I'm very excited to see what ability we got on it, because there is a 50-50 chance that we got a very, very good one. If you know, you know. We'll find out together very soon. There's one ability that I think should be banned from ever existing in Pokemon ever again because it's so absolutely terrible. And there's another ability that's really good. Is there any item that you guys give me? Silk Scarf, maybe? Okay, I already got the Silk Scarf. Okay, never mind. I didn't know that I talked to that person. I know I talked to that guy. We don't need to repel. God, these roller skates suck sometimes. Just trying to, like, go straight. What's going on at the Kalos power plant? I heard the electricity for Lumia City is getting lower than usual. I mean, that's gonna happen later. My Magikarp is so cute when it eats Pokepuffs with gusto. Watching it eat them made me go off my diet again. Okay. Don't you just love it when you have something in common with a celebrity? I'm just like Ramos. I always keep a Go-Go with me too. Did you know that the famous movie star Diantha comes to this hotel often? Imagine if I could stay in the room she always uses. I might get a taste of what it's like to be a star. That doesn't seem like a healthy relationship with a celebrity. Some gang of goons call themselves Team Flare is out and causing a bit of a ruckus. No good could possibly come from associating with such delinquents. Well, you got that right. I can tell that you're a very kind trainer by looking at how happy Quilladin is to be with you. Since you're so friendly with your Pokemon, I'm going to give you this lucky egg. This would help for making you gain more experience faster, but obviously that doesn't matter since we're just using rare candies for that. Give one of your Pokemon a lucky egg and it will earn slightly more experience points than usual. Alright, let's check up here. There's sometimes TMs at the hotels, I just always want to make sure. First, I think I'll head over to Sandalwood City and then Salage City. Alright. What is this guy? I'm the game director. Okay. Hello. I think past this hotel there's an NPC that actually gives like a couple of TMs, but I think you have to come back every day? Totally random TM quiz. If you give me a correct answer, whoa, I'll give you a TM. Do you want to try the quiz? Here's the question. What's the move I'm describing? It makes the target lose its ability to concentrate and lowers the target's special attack stat. That's Confined. So we can get Acrobatics, Embargo, and Trick Room as well. Acrobatics wouldn't be bad. Confide's a solid one too. Correct, correct, correct. As I promised, I'll give you a TM. I don't have to explain what kind of move this is correct. You do not. Please come again tomorrow. If you give me a correct answer, I'll give you another TM. So yeah, we'll have to remember to do that. To try to get acrobatics specifically. Why hello, Uga. Congratulations! I see you finally obtained everything you need for Mega Evolution. A Mega Stone for the Pokemon, a Mega Ring for the trainer, and a strong bond with your Pokemon. A strong bond? It's only a hypothesis, but I think the bond between Pokemon and trainer is the key to this new evolution. But what is this bond exactly? And why are there examples of Mega Evolution only in the Kalos region? There's still so much we don't know. Does this make you think of something like Kalos' legendary Pokemon? Found only here in the Kalos region, right? Nowhere else? Maybe that's not a coincidence. Oh, what an excellent point indeed. The more you know, the more there is to research. The excitement never ends, does it? Oh, that's right. I came here to give you this. We got the Fly HM. Use the HM Fly to pop right over to the Pokemon centers of places you've already visited. Well then, Uga. Diantha, I hope to see you both again soon. Bonds. They really are important to us all, aren't they? When I'm acting, I think I'm always trying to forge a bond between myself and the character I'm playing. If all I think about is how I'm nothing like a character, then I'll just hate playing it. But if I focus on what I have in common with the character and put myself in her shoes, I might be able to understand her. It's the same for people or Pokemon. Oh, never mind me. I'm just babbling about my own things. Let's have a battle the next time we meet, shall we? I'm still looking forward to it. Brother, you are the champion of the region. I gotta earn the right to battle you. Alright, let's head over to the monorail. It's kind of weird, but this city is like separated into like two different parts. See the monorail go back and forth like it does. Reminds me of a metronome. Okay, so we get metronome. Metronome's a cool item. Kind of underrated item, honestly. If a Pokemon holding a metronome uses one move over and over again, that move's power will go up. It does cap, I think, at 100%. but it's still pretty goddamn good. It works especially well if you use a move like Echoed Voice, which already gets more powerful the more times you use it, or Fury Cutter, right? You can just get like an absurdly powerful move if you just keep using it over and over again. Pokemon you receive in a trade from a trainer in a different country are slightly easier to raise. Yeah, they get more experience. Are you some of the Pokemon that appear in a horde have rare abilities? Yep. I have a easy real life example of that. Here is Nidoking with Sheer Force. I mean, this is awesome that I get to use this in a run. And I don't think this gives any like thing important. We got Quick Ball. I mean, Quick Balls aren't bad to have on hand. Maybe I'll buy 10 of these. Okay. How many Pokeballs do I have? I've got 3 regular, 2 great. Okay, I probably should buy more Pokeballs then. It seems like that's not a healthy amount to have on me. Might also be a good idea to stock up on some repels as well. Alright. Good stuff. Alright, we got the rival fight coming up, and then we'll immediately follow that up with the next gym battle as well. You know of Dr. Fennel from the Unova region. She created the amazing system called GameSync. I barely use that, I'm gonna be honest. And when I had, you know, Generation 5 games, I really did not use that feature like at all. Apparently Pokemon dream when they're tucked in with GameSync. Amazing. Alright. Pokemon with abilities like Insomnia and Vital Spirit just won't fall asleep for you. That is true. Oh yeah, you know what? Speaking of abilities, I completely forgot to look what Chinchou had for its ability. I meant to do that while I was here. Alright, there are 2 abilities it could have. Illuminate and Volt Absorb. I definitely would prefer Volt Absorb, and the ability we got is Illuminate. Had a feeling. Had a feeling. Yeah, Illuminate is honestly the worst ability in this goddamn game. I'll show its summary so you can see exactly what it does. Raises the likelihood of meeting wild Pokemon. Really? That's what we're gonna do. It does nothing. It does absolutely nothing in battle. It just works outside of battle, and it's stupid. I hate it. But Chinchou still will come into play later. Just that is a shame that it doesn't have Volt Absorb. Volt Absorb makes you immune to electric attacks, and you're actually healed by them by 25% of your max HP. Also, how you doing, Ren? We're just about to fight the rival and then take on the 4th gym. And I think, is there... I don't know. There might be an item that I can only get after we beat the gym. I'll have to see. But I'm going to check these houses and see if there's anything here. You're playing Pokemon X2? Finally completed your team? Awesome! What's your team looking like? Are you someone who, like, kind of has multiple of the same types? Or do you try to, like, diversify your team? Gotta get it to get it. That's the name of my song. Want to give it a listen? Well, then sit back with a cup of tea or something, relax and listen. Okay, is that really the name of the song? I don't think that's the name of it, right? I'll mimic a Pokemon sound. Please listen. I'm trying to do it before they give me the option. That's Snorlax, right? Yeah, Snorlax. You can recognize the sound of Pokemon you always hear, right? Thank you for playing with me. This is a small gift from me. Alright. Let's get a Poketoy for it. I invented a challenge for me, and it's hard because I have to be careful not to black out. Want me to tell you the rules of my challenge? Yeah, sure, go for it. Sounds interesting. You send out 3 Pokemon at once in both triple battles and rotation battles. I heard these new battle styles got their start in the Unova region. Okay, what is this? Sharing treats, having fights, things that only seem to cause a loss can't be done alone. There are leftover treats, the stronger one will get them. Speaking of leftovers, I've forgotten a lot of things that I was supposed to do. Their leftovers is on Route 12, and I need Cut to get to it, and I completely forgot about it. So let me go ahead and grab, I think Zigzagoon's the one I taught Cut to. Yes, so then let's just really quick go grab that. Completely forgot. Alright, let's take the monorail. Gotta watch this cutscene every goddamn time I take the monorail. That's kind of annoying. No starter, no pseudo legendaries, no rare Pokemon. Swarm Pokemon don't count. I can catch them. Rare is 4% or lower. Okay. Only normal Pokeballs, no legendaries in the team, no overlapping types in the team, not even if it's a secondary type. No aesthetically similar body build Pokemon. If I black out even once, I have to restart. Okay. That's a pretty interesting take on it. Only normal Pokeball. That's gonna be tough. There are some Pokemon that are gonna be really stubborn to catch with only just using regular Pokeballs. So what's your team looking like right now? And then if you... So it's not like a Nuzlocke. Like, you can get multiple encounters on the route, right? Like, if there are two Pokemon you like, you can get two of the same from that route. Or not two of the same, but like two Pokemon from the same route. I can't convey what my thoughts are. My team is Absol, Staraptor, Gallade, Nidoking, Azumarill, and Chandelure. That's pretty darn good. I like it. I'm very underleveled though. Okay. That's fine. But there's a secret rule. Uh-oh. What's the secret rule? You have to get the specifics you decided or a neutral nature. Okay. So what happens if you don't? You just have to keep encountering until you get it? Or... That's what caused me to hunt the male Jolly Super Luck Absol for 30 hours. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh, I see. Okay, so you keep going until you get it. So it's kind of almost like a shiny hunt, except you're looking for a specific build. You have to nickname every Pokemon. Well, that's classic. Alright, let me run from this mill tank really quick. Just kidding. Let me get trapped for 4 turns as it just shakes its udders at me. Menacingly. I didn't want to use a repel because it's literally going through like one little patch of grass. But anyway. Oh, you listen to all the names. I'll wait for you to type all of them before I read them out. Alright. Let's take the monorail again now that we have leftovers. I don't know who I'm going to give it to. I think for now, maybe I'll just give it to Lapras. But yeah, leftover is obviously one of the best items in the game. Very, very helpful. You can even, you know, kind of pair it with Protect so that you can recover more health. Absol is Soul. Staraptor is Kami, I would imagine. Gallade is Blade. Chandelure is Phantom. Nidoking is Kyson. Azumarill is Azure. And these are all of them. Okay. Kyson, Blade, and Phantom almost died multiple times. Okay. Hey, almost doesn't mean that they did. So you're doing good. I know I can heal them and revive them, but it's the psychological impact. Right. You don't want to see your babies get hurt. Alright, I'll put Zigzagoon back in the box. I'll go ahead. I might rework our team here for the next rival battle. So the rival should have... I think it's the same team as they do in the Tower of Mastery. So it's Meowstic, Absol, and Braixen. So I don't know. I don't think they have any different moves. I'm pretty sure all the moves are the same. Yeah, I think all the moves are exactly the same. So I don't really think we have to worry too much about it. I'm just trying to think of what I want to do. Maybe we'll leave with Snorlax or Meowstic. It's got good special defense. It should be able to take the hits. And then we'll go to Steelix for Absol. And then Gyarados, I think, can take Braixen. It does have Fire Spin and Psybeam, but I do have this Persian Berry on as the item, so that should be good if it decides to use Psybeam. We could also sub out someone else if we're worried. I kind of think we'll be alright, though. Blade barely survived. He's on 10 HP and poisoned. Oh my goodness. What are you fighting? Oh, you also have a Nidoking? Nice. How are you running him? Nidoking is really cool because I got him from a horde battle on Route 11. And he actually has his hidden ability, Sheer Force. So right now I'm running Poison Jab and Bulldoze because both of those get the benefits of Sheer Force's damage boost. He also has Double Kick for coverage, and then we got Hone Claws to set up attack and accuracy buffs. Even though accuracy really doesn't matter, because all of these moves have 100 accuracy. But still, it is really cool having Sheer Force on him. He is an absolute beast with it, and especially with the plus attack nature as well. He's doing a lot of damage. Oh, shucks. I'm running him Rivalry, Adamant, Poison Jab, Bulldoze, Chip Away, and Thunderbolt. I mean, Adamant's a great nature for him. Adamant's a great nature for him. You really, like, Nidoking kind of has the flexibility that he can run either a physical or a special, like, moveset. But he does have more physical than special, so it does make sense. And Rivalry, it does have its applications, right? You know, if you know that an opposing trainer is going to use a male Pokemon, you get that extra damage boost. Poison Jab, Bulldoze, Chip Away, and Thunderbolt. That's a pretty solid moveset. I mean, we got two of the same. Chip Away is not a bad one, you know, to bypass any positive stat changes you have. And Thunderbolt is for coverage, yeah. Momentarily, Thunderbolt is yeah. Thunderbolt's not bad. I mean, allows you to hit flying types. That's kind of a big one. Alright. So, yeah, I have Snorlax in the lead, right? Yeah. Oh, and then let me put leftovers on Lapras. I'm sitting here just not doing that. I'm getting all scatterbrained right now. Alright, leftovers. We're going to give that to Lapras. And let's just get everyone up to level 32. So Snorlax, I'm gonna get you to 32. Just want everyone to be even leveled, you know. No reason not to. Save it again. Let's talk to people, see if they give anything. Having lots of Pokémiles will give you a big smile. How do you get Pokémiles again? I forget how that happens. The Legend of Kalos say the legendary Pokemon is in a deep, deep sleep. And I didn't read the second part because I pressed the button too quick. Got a Sky Plate. I'm missing Earth Power. Oh, Earth Power would be really helpful, yeah. How do you have that? I put them in the game just for the sake of time saving. I obviously could grind, you know. I could do the normal grind. But for the sake of time for the Nuzlocke, I feel like it'd be more important to focus on the actual battling aspect, like the more important battles of it. So yeah, I just put them into the game just to save time. Because honestly, grinding in this game really doesn't take that long, but it just adds more time that isn't really needed to the run. Alright, sorry to keep you waiting. The reason I wanted to meet you is I want to see Mega Evolution in action. Whether you use it or not is up to you. But since I'm a Pokemon trainer, I want to know about things that make Pokemon special. I got news, Callum. None of the Pokemon on my team right now actually have a way of using Mega Evolution, so... Whoops. So I am very underleveled, so I run huge danger constantly. Are you fighting like all the trainers, or are you just, or do you have like experience share on or anything like that? Because if you have experience share on and you fight all the trainers, you'll be plenty properly leveled throughout the whole game. But I can understand if you're not, if you're avoiding the trainers for whatever reason. I'm in Frost Cavern and I'm running my Ace Soul at level 44, and he's the highest level. There's another rule for the there's another rule. Are you not allowed to use experience share? The experience share has to be turned. Okay, that would explain it. That would explain it. All right. Because if it was on, you'd probably be over leveled if you're fighting all the trainers, honestly. Having it off definitely makes sense for it. I mean, you could skirt the rule if you just, you know, hard switch in every single Pokemon, and then they all get the full experience for the battle, but that's up to you. Anyway, we got Meowstic on the field. It's just going to fake me out this first turn. We'll go Body Slam here. Surprisingly, I flinched and couldn't move, but we'll go Body Slam the next turn. And then it's going to set up a Light Screen. Okay. Increases special defense for 5 turns, but that doesn't really matter because Body Slam is physical. We go for Psy Beam. It'll do decent damage, but Snorlax is a pretty bulky boy. And Body Slam will take Meowstic down. Too long to do, and I'm 13 years old, so I don't have the patience, but I have the brains. I studied this team to make it. I believe in you. You got this. And Absol's my favorite Pokemon, so obviously I had to put him. I never regretted once. Absol's a very cool Pokemon. Are you allowing yourself to use Megas? Mega Absol. Is Mega Absol in the game? Or is that Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire? Why can't I remember? I don't remember if Mega Absol's in the game. I could stay in with Snorlax, but we'll just swap. It doesn't know Pursuit or anything, so we can switch in. No Megas? Oh, okay. Fair enough. Alright, we'll go ahead and swap to Steelix, and Steelix will definitely be able to take out Absol here. I don't believe it has Swords Dance yet. I think that's the next time you fight him. Slash, though, and that is just going to do nothing. Rocky Helmet does more damage to it than it did to me. Now we can go Bulldoze. Mega Absol is an X and Y. Okay, I couldn't remember because it's hard to remember which Megas are in which game because obviously, like, they were added. And I think X and Y only had, like, you know, 30 Mega Evolutions, maybe a little bit more, but yeah, it's really not that many. I forget where I get Sharpie. Do I know? I know I have one. I wouldn't know exactly where it is, but I think it's before like the second gym. I think so. Either right before or right after, somewhere in that range. All right, we get Steelix to 34. He's learning Rock Slide here. I'm almost at the 7th. That's fine. I mean, you can always go back. You have any Pokemon on your team that can use Fly? You get Braixen. Just a mono fire type right now. It does eventually become Fire Psychic. It does know a Fire and Psychic type move at the moment, but anyway. We'll go to Gyarados. We have Persian Berry, so if Psybeam confuses me, it's not the end of the world. But it didn't. We'll go Bulldoze. This should do a lot of damage. Fire Spin traps me in. It also does a little bit of damage every turn. But Bulldoze, I think getting this thing to -1 will make Gyarados outspeed, and we won't have to worry about any shenanigans happening. This is probably how I should have played the last time I did this fight. I used Snorlax against the Braixen, which wasn't like a terrible idea, but there was running the risk of getting like confused and then just hitting yourself, getting unlucky a couple of turns. That would have probably been the end of it, but thankfully that didn't happen. I'd kind of forgotten how strong you are. Received $6,600. Even though we set off from Vanderbilt town at the same time, there's a gap in our strength. Do you have something I don't? I guess I have to think about that. Well, good luck with your gym battle. I mean, you do have a Quackland in the bottom. Oh, you have Farfetch'd? Yeah, I also have Farfetch'd too. That thing is awesome for like the early game. Does really, really good against Viola. Here, I can check for you where Sharp Beak is. Sharp Beak. It says Route 5. So yeah, it's actually like right after you go Lumio City the first time. So I mean, Lumio City isn't too far from the 7th gym. There's that route that goes like below the Lost Hotel that you can just go straight back to Lumio City. What's your name? What should I call it? You can just call me like Paul, or you can do Flatro, whatever. You can even shorten it to Flat. I don't care. I go by everything. Alright, so now we're doing the grass type gym, so honestly, I don't really think I need to change my team all that much. I think these guys are going to be perfectly fine. I know it's kind of weird to bring Lapras, but it is an ice type, so it does have a offensive matchup that is still good. I mean, we could also use Charmeleon, I guess. That is a good point. We could put Charmeleon on the team. Let's do Charmeleon over who? Honestly, maybe over Steelix, just because Steelix is like really pressed for the cap, so I really wouldn't be able to use it for a lot of these fights anyway. I don't know. There is also that like Executor that one of the gym trainers has too, so I don't know if I want to do that. Yeah, we'll just bench Snorlax for now. It's fine. I'll get Charmeleon up to the rest of the team's level. 32 seems to be about the average, so let's do that. Fire Fang. Better than Ember, but I still will keep Ember just because of the special attacking move. Take off Smokes right here. Petro, a mix of Paul and Flatro. Sure, you can do whatever you want. How did you get so many rare candies? I put them into the game. There's software that you can use that you can add items, you can modify your Pokemon, you can do a lot of stuff. And it's a very helpful tool because I've used it for a lot of runs just to speed things along. That's it. We'll put Metronome on, why not? Alright, Charmeleon, let me just reorder these moves for you, buddy. Put Flame Burst at the top. Or, it's already at the top, but we'll do Fire Fang and then Shadow Claw, Dragon Rage. Okay. I forgot how to find the exit to Frost Cavern. Dang it. You don't have like an escape rope or anything either? You can do it, I believe. Alright, here we are at the gym. You have to go through it to get to the gym, yeah. I mean, the big thing to remember with like the ice puzzle with all this stuff is that you actually can go diagonally, which you weren't able to do in other games, right? Because of the limitations of not being on like a 3D hardware. Wait, I think I can help you with this one. I remember sort of. Like what, with the trainers? Behold the power of green, the power of nature. You're challenged by Pokemon Ranger Chase. Spelled very interestingly. Ramos will send in second Go-Goat, so be careful on that one. The order that the Pokemon are sent out depends on the base power of the move, like what moves they have to hit you with. Whichever one does the most damage will be the one that gets sent out next. So I do believe Go-Goat will get sent out first for my battle, but that's because I'm using Nidoking. So Nidoking is obviously Poison Ground, you know. And the Go-Goat has Bulldoze, which is 60 power. It reads that Bulldoze is super effective, so it's 120 effective power. So Go-Goat is preferred over Weepinbell, because Weepinbell only has like Grass Knot and like Acid or something like that, which don't do like nearly as much damage. Fury Swipes. This can hit up to 5 times, and it probably does decent damage, but it only hits twice. Flame Burst does a lot. We probably could stay in. I'm a little bit cynical about things, and I don't like the idea of playing around like getting crit 5 times in a row, so we'll just swap. I guess we'll go to Quilladin. Quilladin can take this. So if you send in someone that has a base stat like Absol, then Go-Goat will come second. It doesn't look at your stats. It only looks at the raw base power of the move. And it does not factor in like same type attack bonuses. It just looks at the raw base power. That's it. So for Absol, yes, Absol it would go to Go-Goat because it has Seed Bomb. Seed Bomb is 80 power. And again, it's... or actually, no, it's not Seed Bomb. It's Grass Knot. Right? It doesn't have Seed Bomb. It has Grass Knot. All of them have Grass Knot, right? Now I'm tripping myself up. Yeah. Pretty sure it has Grass Knot. I know it has Bulldoze, and I think it also has Takedown. So Takedown might actually be the strongest move it has to use against Absol, so that's why it goes to it. Either way, Weepinbell doesn't have a move strong enough to compete. They did have Seed Bomb? Okay, never mind. Then they have Seed Bomb instead of Grass. I couldn't remember. I could not remember. I knew it was one of them. Anyway. I guess we'll go Needle Arm here. Speaking of Seed Bomb, there's Seed Bomb getting used against me by Semi-Sage. They have both, that's the thing. Okay, so they have Grass Knot and Seed Bomb. Thank you. It's been a while since I looked at what they have. I still think, though, that for Absol's case, it does look at Takedown being the strongest move, which is why it would pick Go-Goat for, like, priority for switching. But Seed Bomb would be the move it uses against Absol, because Seed Bomb does the most damage. Kind of weird. But that is how the AI looks at things. Want to know something fun? Sure, what's up? From where do you get your power? From friendship. If Kingdom Hearts has taught me anything, it's that the power of friendship is unbeatable. Alright, let's go heal up again. Took a little bit of damage. Not anything too crazy, but... I set up Swords Dance once and then Shadow Clawed them all instantly. I was too fast with Soul. Heck yeah. Well, Absol does have an insanely good attack stat. Yeah, I played Kingdom Hearts 2. Yeah, that was my last challenge run I did. Before I did this Pokemon Y playthrough, I did Kingdom Hearts 1. It was like a level 1 challenge. Surprisingly not as hard as you might think. I definitely think the other Kingdom Hearts games are harder to do like level 1 challenges for. Whether or not I will eventually do them on this channel, that's yet to be decided. Oh wait, we actually have to go right. Okay, I forgot how to navigate this place, so you know, bear with me. I am gonna try to fight all the trainers just because I like doing that, but is there some? God, this gym is like empty as heck. What the heck? We're about to be 3 floors up. We only fought one person so far. I see that there's someone on the right. I think this is a dead end, but... Can you just go behind them? No. Okay. I wasn't sure if you could or not. Yeah, I think we can just stick with Charmeleon being in the lead slot. I think we gotta worry about this guy. You have to challenge the gym, are you? Let's see your Pokemon then. Pokemon Ranger Maurice. Or Morris. Probably Morris. Ferroseed is not gonna like what Charmeleon's about to do to him. Flame Burst is gonna delete this man's entire lineage. Lombre, grass water types, that's actually neutral to fire. I don't think, well, no, it might have like Bubble Beam or something. It could. Let's switch into... What should a Gyarados here? What's the next challenge I'll do, if you don't mind me asking? If you want to do my challenge, we can be on Discord and do it together. I usually come up with the next challenge like close to the end of the one I'm on. I've got a couple of ideas. I don't think any of them are Pokemon related though. But I haven't fully decided on any just yet. I'm still thinking about it. I try to like pace them out. I don't like doing like back-to-back playthroughs of like the same game. I did do it once with Pokemon Coliseum and Pokemon XD, but that's because they were very similar games that it made so much sense to just kind of go from one to the other like immediately. It's neutral though. It still can do... Oh, like Flame Burst against Lombre would still... It would do like a good amount of damage. I think Lombre had Bubble Beam though, and I don't really like the idea of Charmeleon having to take a hit. That's the thing. I'm a little bit cynical. I probably don't need to be this overly cautious a lot of times, but I can't help it. I can't help it. I've lost too many Pokemon because of overconfidence in the past, so I'm always overly cautious at times. Nice, a critical hit. I don't know if that mattered. Maybe. Carbonvine does have decent defense, but... We can do Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, or even Oras. I haven't done Oras in a while. Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, I've already done a hardcore Deathless Nuzlocke, so I probably wouldn't do that, but Oras I do have plans of doing at some point, for sure. I'm hoping, if all goes well, that I can do a Nuzlocke for, like, every, like, Pokemon game I own. There are some Pokemon games I probably won't do just because, like, I don't have them and I don't really feel like getting them now. Like Sword and Shield, probably won't do one for them, but I could do like still Scarlet and Violet. I've got like Red, Blue, Yellow, Gold, Silver, Crystal. Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald. A lot of games. I do want to do like one game from like each major generation of Pokemon. We can do my challenge, but on ORAS together, that's something different instead of always Nuzlocks. Yeah, I do like Nuzlocke are kind of like my favorite challenge run to do, especially Deathless playthroughs, because I feel like that raises the stakes enough to really force you to think about fights very carefully. Because a lot of times with like Nuzlocke, you know, one of the most common strategies that people do are like sacking Pokemon, and I'm not a fan of that. Thinking of a Pokemon as kind of like fodder to help one of your other Pokemon, that just doesn't sit right with me. My Pokemon and I will share the joy of defeating you. We are going up against Pokemon Ranger Brook, who has a Roselia. It might have Water Sport, which will reduce the power of fire type moves, but we still gotta go with this. Fire Fang should do way more damage than Flame Burst, because Roselia has pretty good special defense, but not at all good physical. Not quite a kill, though, and we get poisoned by Poison Point, of course. We get the flinch, though. If you're faster, you're good. Yep. Roselia is not fast. Roserade is. Roserade, I think, is base 90, but Roselia, I think, is only like 50 or 60 base speed. And then we got Wormadam. It's shuddering. Yeah, I don't think Wormadam's gonna like what's about to happen. Bug Grass type. Yeah, you're kind of 4x weak to fire there. And now comes a flood of tears of regret. Now the next trainer, if I'm not mistaken, is the one that has an Executor. Thankfully it doesn't know any grass type moves, but it does know like I think Confusion and Psyshock. They need to be careful about that. I might just keep Charmeleon in the lead slot. But I will heal it. I have 5 antidotes, so let's use 1. And do I have like just a regular potion? I do not. So Super Potion it is. I just don't want to go back to the Pokemon Center. I think there's just one trainer left, if I'm not mistaken. I think there's only 4 regular gym trainers. Question is, where are they? That's a dead end, so that's not it. I'm guessing they're gonna be over here. Yep, right here. Okay. To realize our true potential, my Pokemon and I must become connected on an emotional level. You're challenged by Pokemon Ranger Twiggy. Alright. I'll tell you right now, if my parents named me Twiggy, never talking to them again. At what level does Staravia evolve? I want to say it's 34. Check for you. Yeah, 34. Alright, we'll go Flame Burst on this Gloom. Probably going to be 1 shot. Nope, no, it's going to be 2. Stun Spore. Very annoying move. That's alright. Mega Drain, not going to do that much. Only 6 damage. Wow. Yeah, Flame Burst should take it out, and then the next Pokemon's going to be Executor, which we are absolutely going to swap out a Charmeleon for. I don't want it to be paralyzed dealing with that kind of beast. Alright. Yeah, so I think this thing's moveset is something along the lines of like Egg Bomb, Confusion, Psyshock, I don't remember what the last one is, but either way, I think we could probably go to Steelix. Steelix might level up from it, but it does resist Psychic and normal moves. Could also go to Lapras as well. Yeah, I might go Lapras here. Go Lapras. We got Ice Beam. Should do a lot. And we definitely should be able to take a hit. Psyshock. That is its strongest move to use against me. Jeez. 49 damage. It is strong for sure, but Ice Beam is also going to hurt pretty much a lot. I don't think it's going to kill that. Yeah, this guy is pretty bulky. Egg Bomb. Another pretty high-powered attack. But we should be faster, and Ice Beam kills, so don't have to worry about it. Didn't even need Steelix. We're alright. Can I ask a question regarding foul play? Sure. Go ahead, shoot away. Charmeleon gets a 34. It looks like you and your Pokemon are even more in tune with one another than my team is. Well, that's pretty undeniable considering I just destroyed it. Right to your team. If a Pokemon uses Foul Play on a Pokemon that doesn't have yet really good attack, but you switch out instantly to a huge power Azumarill with a bashful nature, does the Pokemon that use Foul Play use the attack stat of Azumarill or the first Pokemon? Well, Foul Play will get used after the switch, so it would use the Azumarill stat. But Foul Play is also a Dark type move, and Azumarill is a Fairy type, so you should be able to take it. You should be perfectly fine to take that. Alright, I'm gonna leave the gym. And we're gonna heal up at the Pokemon Center. I'm gonna level everyone to 34. But does Foul Play also account for huge power, increasing the stat or the base stat? I believe it does factor in huge power. It does factor in abilities. It is basically using the move as if your Pokemon is using Foul Play, just taking the typing of the Pokemon using Foul Play and the and like any other status conditions. Like if it's burned, then it also gets halved. Because burn halves your attack stat. But yeah, I do believe it factors in huge power. But Azumarill is bulky, so it should be fine to take that hit. Assuming it's at a decent health range, obviously. If it's low on health, then maybe not. Oopsie. But I'll look it up really quick. That is an interesting question about Foul Play and huge power. Foul Play move. Let's see it. The target's attack stage modifiers are applied rather than the user's, but otherwise the user's attack modifiers are used, including held item ability and burn. For example, the user's huge power or held choice band will increase the stat using calculation, whereas the target's... Okay, so the target's huge power does not boost the move. Target's huge power does not boost the move. It's only if the user has huge power. So then you should be fine. What type is Probopass? It's Rock Steel. I'm so screwed. I'm so dang screwed. I don't know what Probopass we're dealing with here. You're good? What type did you think it was? I have Bulldoze on Kaizen, yeah. Your Nidoking is going to be very good for that. Alright, let me level everyone up to 34, and then we can go ahead and get Gym 3 underway. Rock Electric. I can see why. I can see why you think that. It does learn a surprisingly high amount of Electric-type moves, but that's just because to evolve Nosepass into Probopass, you need to be in a magnetic field area. So, like, Charge Stone Cave if it's Generation 5. Yeah, you need to be somewhere where there's like a high electric field. I think in Gen 6 it might be like the power plant or something, but alright, everyone is now level 34. We're all looking great. Mandela effect? It's not that I thought, it's that I remembered Rock Electric. Oh. Well, I mean, in a way, it's also quad weak to ground if it was Rock Electric. Alright. Yeah, I think Poison Barb Nidoking will be more than a match for this entire gym. I don't think I'm going to need to use any other Pokemon. I'm actually so confident that Nidoking is just going to absolutely sweep this entire team that Ramos uses. His Jump Bluff will get an attack off. His Jump Bluff is very fast, 110 base speed. But Acrobatics shouldn't do that much, even if it is 110 base power, because it doesn't have an item. Jump Bluff's attack stat isn't really anything special. I got spammed on Discord. Oh, do you have like notifications popping up? Alright, let's head up here. And then was it... It's to the left, right? I think it's to the left. You know, I was just in this gym and I completely forgot everything about the layout. Truly tragic times. Unfortunately, we can't get Life Orb in this run. It's so sad, because Life Orb with Sheer Forest Nidoking would just be absolutely unfair. But I'll settle for another item that we can put on Nidoking very, very soon. And in fact, Ren, if there's a certain item that your Nidoking, if you're not already using it, I would highly suggest it, but I'll show it to you after this gym. Okay. You do have it? Awesome. Good. Okay. Alright. Yeah, it's fantastic. Just throws... That's pretty dangerous, man. That's pretty sharp right there. Just throwing your hedge clippers in the air like that. Oh, so you made it up, or you made it clear up here. I'm the gym leader. Ramos is the name. So what'd you think, Whippersnapper? Did you enjoy the garden playground I made with all these sturdy plants of mine? Their strength is a sign of my strength as a gardener and a gym leader. You sure you're up to facing all that? I think I am. I'm ready. Versus Ramos. You were challenged by leader Ramos. Sent out Jumpluff. Jumpluff is my third favorite Pokemon of all time, by the way. But unfortunately, it's on the wrong side of the battlefield. So, Nidoking, Poison Jab. At least he got a hit in. He can say he contributed. Alright. And now, Nidoking. Go-Goat is not going to outspeed you. Poison Jab again, and with Sheer Force, Poison Barb, this is going to absolutely delete him from existence. Next is Weepinbell. And Weepinbell, he's not exactly bulky, so Poison Jab again. That's 3 Poison Jabs and 3 KOs. I told you Go-Goat is second. Yes, Go-Goat was second because it has Bulldoze, which is super effective against Nidoking. So it prefers Go-Goat there. I mean, that Weeping Bell is absolutely trash. It's got Grass Knot, Acid, and I don't know what the third move is, but I don't think it's anything crazy. Anyway, we get to level 35, but that happened during the battle, so it doesn't really matter. We're not going to learn Thrash. And we defeated Leader Ramos. You can't take things too quickly when it comes to forming a friendship with your Pokemon, Sprout. You get 5,440 Pokedollars. You believe in your Pokemon, and they believe in you too. Mighty oaks from acorns grow. Go on then. You earned it. Here's your own plant badge, Sprout. God dang, I can't read. Okay. So now the level cap has gone up just a little bit. Not too much, but now it's 37. That is the ace level of Heliolus from, what's his name? Clement's team? Lumio City's gym leader. If you got yourself a plant badge, I keep on reading it as plain for some reason, as if this is Whitney, then you can use the HM Fly even when not battling. It's a real boon. Pokemon up to level 60 will listen to you too. It's easy as falling off a log, even if you got him from a trade. Here, have this too. Might as well make hay while the sun shines, I reckon. We get Grass Knot. Grass Knot's an interesting move. Is he going to explain it? That TM there is for Grass Knot. Yeah, you can use it to trip your opponent up in the grass. The heavier the opponent, the harder it'll fall, and the more it'll hurt. Ain't it a marvel? Frail little blades of grass can break through concrete even. I can't help admiring that strength. Okay. And now we can ride down the slide here. Nice little shortcut to get back to the beginning. Alright. Head to the Pokemon Center. I'll heal up again. Really, it's just healing Nidoking, but... So I just discovered something about my challenge. Go on. Blacking out in Sky Battles doesn't count. I agree. I agree. That's a good way of putting it. Sky Battles are dumb. Absolutely brain dead. Because it isn't your entire team. That's fair, that's fair. Yeah, I just decline Sky Battles every time they come up. I absolutely hate it when that happens. Hollow Clip received. Professor Sycamore told me you can now wield Mega Evolution. I still haven't used it outside of that one fight in the Tower of Mastery. That is truly wonderful. With that power, you can steer your future in a better direction. We can't just cover up with the old filth, or cover up the old filth with new filth. I implore you to consider what we need to do to change the world into a new, beautiful world. Yeah, it starts by apparently giving you like 50,000 Pokedollars in order to join Team Flare, because that's how you get in. Just pay your way in. I count the whole team wiped out as Blackout, else no. It's fair. Heyo, take this. Obtained a Black Sludge. This is a fantastic item. It is basically leftovers for poison types, and if a non-poison type uses it, then they are damaged in battle. So I guess you could use it like with Trick, but I don't really know why you would do that. It's much better as a healing item. But yeah, Nidoking is going to have that. We still have leftovers on Lapras, so we've got two people who have passive recovery, which is really, really helpful. I think I might put Charmeleon back in the box for now. Just because I don't really know if Charmeleon's going to be too helpful for some of these upcoming fights. So we might promote back Snorlax to the team. And I never updated the team that Charmeleon was on it. My bad. I did a bad job of updating my team. I mean, to be fair, Charmeleon only really showed up in like 3 different battles for the gym. And not even for the actual gym battle itself. I gotta remember to update the team more often. Anyway, who's in the lead slot? Gyarados? Yeah, that's what I wanted. So Route 13, we've got 3 potential Pokemon that we can get as our encounter from here, and One of them I really hope I don't get. So you've got Doug Trio. We're gonna have a cutscene. Let me do this first. Just kidding, trainer. We weren't really waiting for you. We were on our way to the power plant at Professor Sycamore's request, but the gate connecting Lumio City to Route 13 has been shut by a mysterious power outage. We have to investigate. Hey, so there's Central Kalos and Coastal Kalos, right? Can you tell me what comes next? I'm just going to give you the answer. It's Mountain Kalos. So I'm going to take this opportunity and power up your Pokedex again. The Mountain Kalos Pokedex has now been added to Uga's Pokedex. The Mountain Kalos Pokedex has been added to your Pokedex menu. That's pretty redundant. Just tap it to check it out, okay? You know, you look different somehow. Your face seems more mature. Just joshing with you. I'll be taking my leave now. Bon voyage. Alright. So, there is, 3 different Pokemon that we can encounter here. The one I don't want is Doug Trio. That's a 40% chance of happening. Then we've got, Trapinch is another one. That's another 40% chance of being an encounter. And then you've got Gibble, which would be the one I would most prefer, but that's only 20%. So Gibble or Trapinch I'd be happy with. Gibble especially I'd be ecstatic. But Doug Trio would be a bit of a miss, so that's what we're kind of hoping for. The thing is, the reason why Gyarados has to be in my lead slot, both Trapinch and Doug Trio can have Arena Trap for their ability, which if the Pokemon is grounded, so not a flying type or doesn't have Levitate, they will be stuck fighting the Pokemon without the ability to flee or to swap out. So I want to make sure I have the flexibility to swap out just in case. Hopefully it wouldn't take that long to catch. But that's why we're leading with the Gyarados. 5 million, actually? 5 million what? What are we talking about, Ren? It was probably something I was talking about earlier, but I don't remember what I was talking about. Okay, there we go. So you have these like little rustling spots on the ground, and I just gotta walk into them. Pokedollars to join Team Flare. Oh, right. Oh, I talked too long and then the thing disappeared. Well, don't worry. They respawn very quickly here. Yeah, so we just gotta walk into it. We just gotta walk into it. We just gotta walk into it. Come on. Like, it's running away from me. It's gotta be Gibble. Come on. Well, unfortunate. That sucks. I was really hoping for either Trapinch or Gibble. Both of those would be eventual Dragon Ground types. It is what it is. You cannot get them all. We'll throw the quick ball at it. It has the best possible chance of catching on the first turn. And it does. Okay. So let me write down that it happened. It was a 40% chance to happen, so it's not like that's incredibly unlucky or whatever. But yeah, there have been some misses in this run for sure. Extremely powerful. They can dig through even the hardest ground to a depth of over 60 miles. We're gonna call it Nugget. Yeah, I can't really imagine Dugtrio is going to be used too much. It does have a fair amount of speed and attack, but it doesn't have like any bulk, and that's kind of an important thing when I'm not allowed to use items or anything. You know, if you just get one-shotted by any move, that's not great. Question: what's the rivals team in front of Anastar's gym battle? Well, that depends. What starter did you pick? I mean, he'll always have Meowstic and Absol. He'll always have those two. But the third Pokemon will depend on what you got as your starter. Even though you're not using your starter, like whatever starter you picked is still going to determine what Callum or Serena has. You picked Froakie? Okay, so then they'll have Chestnut, as well as Meowstic and Absol. And Absol will know Swords Dance, so you do have to be a little bit careful about that. Gonna keep running into all these Pokemon. I'm gonna make sure to always have Gyarados in the lead slot because I don't want to get trapped with Arena Trap. Hold on 1 second. Oops. I see what the problem was. What in the world is happening here? There we go. Okay. Alright. The other two? Oh, do they have another Pokemon? Then I guess it'd probably be Vaporeon then. I didn't know that they had another Pokemon. There's 2 other Pokemon? Are you sure? Yeah, I'm pretty sure they should just have 4. If it's in front of Anastar City. I'm looking it up. Yeah, I'm looking. It says Meowstic level 44. Meowstic 44, Vaporeon 44, Absol 44, and Chestnut 46. Should be the moveset that you are dealing with there. Okay. Anyway. I'm running around with the item finder because I think there's hidden items somewhere around here. Just I haven't found any of them yet. They have a Pidgeot? Really? Oh, jeez. Well, I just ran into another. Yeah, I don't see anything about the Pidgeot, but okay. Oh, and now I keep on forgetting that this has to be here. There we go. All right. Sorry, I'm trying to mess with my setup here that I have for reading chat and having other stuff up. Anyway. Get a Firestone. I don't think I have any Pokemon at the moment that evolves via Firestone, but never know. Just checking everywhere. Okay, there's another item here. A Flame Plate. Alright, a lot of fire stuff here. Alright, run from Trapinch. Now, if there's any chance that you guys can appear as a shiny, then I can legally catch you in the Nuzlocke. But that is not likely to happen. It'd be funny if it was a shiny Dugtrio. It would have been really funny. Like, I'm hoping for a shiny Gibble or Trapinch, and then I get shiny Dugtrio. That would actually be hilarious. Good comedic timing. I found a fair amount of shinies from Nuzlocking. I think in Generation 6, the only one I found... Well, it depends on if we count randomizers or not. If you just count the vanilla game, then the only one I found was Bunnelby. But if we count randomizers, and I didn't like change the chance of shiny. Like that is still like a full odd shiny. But I think with randomizers, I found Chingling, Illumise. I think there was one other one, and now I can't remember. Oops. I feel like there was another one, but I'm not remembering it. Where is this item? Okay, here it is. This one thing in the ground is just chasing me. Alright. Don't have nearly as much speed as I need to... Come on! Gotta get more speed than that. There we go. Okay, I'm not seeing any items with the item finder. God dang it, man. Why do I need that much momentum to just go along this rail? Okay, there's an item down here. I think there's a couple items we can get with, like, Rock Smash. Obviously, I don't have anyone with Rock Smash at the moment, so we can come back for that later. Sunstone. That would be used to evolve, like, Helioptile into Heliolisk. Player search system is telling me to meet other players, and no. I don't care about that right now. Alright. Power plant pass, that's what we're going to need to actually access the power plant over to the left. Anything else? Those Team Flare people in those red suits. Nobody who's worth anything hangs out with the group wearing garish? I don't know. Outfits like that. I don't know what that word is. I don't think I've ever seen that word in my life. Is there anything over here? Doesn't appear to be. Unless you ride that guardrail and it goes somewhere. Yeah, there's a hidden item along that path, but you need Rock Smash, and you need Rock Smash for this. So is that... Yeah, I think the only one we might be able to get, maybe there's an item like up here, and that's it. And we'll have to come back with Rock Smash to get everything else. PP up. Not bad. Okay, so let's head over to the power plant. There's a lot of fights that we're gonna have to do here. We'll see. Right now, we've been going for just under 2 hours, so I'm definitely okay with going a little bit longer today. But I would like to see if we can get to Gym 5. If we can do that, that would be a great place to stop. So anyway, I'm a member of the Stylish Team Flare, and I'm gonna win in style. Sure thing, buddy. He's got a Houndoom. And what level is this guy? 31. Well, I think we'll be fine. I'm pretty sure... Oh. Hold on. Got some lag. We'll see what happens here. Okay. Just gonna wait for the lag to stop. OBS is complaining about some dropped frames here. Okay, I think it's starting to stabilize. Wait. Okay. think it looks good. Okay, sorry about that. Just had a weird lag spike there. But we're all good. We're all good. Alright. Let's go ahead and use Bulldoze on this Houndoom. I honestly think Houndoom has a pretty bad level up moveset, so it might only know like physical attacks, even though it's a bit more of a special attacker. Beat up with 2 Pokemon in your party is certainly a choice. It's like 20 base power. Oh. OBS. Okay. I thought for a second it was going to complain about drop frames again, but it stabilized, so we're okay. Then we got Golbat. Poison flying type. Ice Fang. Probably doesn't one-shot it, but it does a lot of damage, I would imagine. My internet sucks. It might not have been your internet. It might have been mine there. Because OBS was telling me that it dropped frames for about like a good minute. It disconnected me 10 times? Wow. That well, that's not normal. Oh, I have this Persimberry on, so the Confuse Ray snapped. Unintentional. I think I still have some Persim. I honestly should like be planting these. Now that we have Fly, maybe it's worthwhile to go back to the berry fields. You may have beat me again and again, but I always say when I lose, I go out in style. And now I'll stylishly run away. Huh? Where's my power plant pass? Say that 10 times fast. How in the world do you have a power plant pass? I'll make a stylish deduction. You picked up the power plant pass I dropped when I was checking out that big boulder. And what's worse, you plan on going to the power plant, don't you? That I do. I don't know why I'm checking for hidden items, even though I have the item finder in my hand, and obviously there's nothing. Yeah, I'm using the power plant pass. Alright. God, saying that so many times is really obnoxious. Okay. Just looking over some stuff here. Okay. So I'm going to lead with Nidoking because I think the first fight we're going to have to do here is against a Scraggy that actually has a pretty cracked moveset. It's got things like high jump kick and payback, and it's going to be hurting a lot. So I'm going to lead with Nidoking so we don't have to deal with that. That's a pretty scary Pokemon. High jump kick is 130 base power, and Scraggy is no slouch when it comes to dealing damage. Might have been a good idea to bring like Float, but you know. Knock knock, who's there? Knock knock, who you? Knock knock, you who? Knock 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 knock, who you who? Seriously though, who are you? Only authorized personnel are allowed in here. Alright, I tried my best. I probably did not read that exactly. Just call it PPP or 3P, yeah. It would be a lot easier to say than the tongue twister that is power plant pass. Anyway. Yeah, it's Scraggy. Yeah, Scraggy is surprisingly scary for not fully evolved Pokemon, but Poison Jab, Sheer Force, you just gotta love it. This thing is too goddamn powerful, man. Cannot be stopped. Yeah, Croagunk should be shuddering because Bulldoze is about to absolutely send him to the Shadow Realm right now. It even crit too. Alright. I'll ask you again, just who are you? Received even more money. You know, for as much money as these guys apparently have, they don't give as much as some of the other trainers I fought. Some of the other, like, normal trainers I was fighting were given, like, 3,000. Who do you think you are? Team Flare is busy redirecting the power that's supposed to go to Lumio City, see? Don't get in our way. Alright, well, that's my cue to get in their way. You can buy fresh water from this guy. I think the price is inflated while they're here. But let's see. How many healing items do I have? Maybe I'll buy a couple. I have 7 super potions and 3 soda pops. So yeah, we'll be fine, I think. Speaking of, I will use one of my super potions on Gyarados. And speaking of Gyarados, I don't want to get Nidoking too many levels here, so let's go Gyarados lead. I have some notes for what some of these trainers have, so try to be careful with these. Are you trying to play us for a fool, kid? You don't seriously think you can just bark? Cinder, my dog is here because she wants something. But you gotta wait, okay? Give me a little bit, alright? You don't seriously think you can just barge in here and take us all by yourself, do you? Oh, I think I can do exactly that. You're challenged by Team Flare Grunt. It's a crow gun. Alright. Just like Nidoking did, we're gonna bulldoze you. It's gonna go Sucker Punch, alright. Gets a little bit of damage in, I guess. I do like Crow Gunk, but again, he's on the wrong side of the battlefield. He's got to go down. And then what else? It's a Golbat. Okay. I think Golbat we could just stay in, use Ice Fang. We outspeed it. Oh, it's got Acrobatics. That is a powerful move. Did not know it had that. Alright, though. A critical hit still wouldn't have killed us. Let's go to Steelix. Be a good counterplay for it. Confuse, right? Alright. Well, as long as we can hit through confusion, this fight will be over. Strength should be enough to take it out. Acrobatics is going to hurt itself because of Rocky Helmet. Alright. There goes Golbat. I can't believe I lost to some little kid. I must look like such a fool. That you do. Alright, let's go ahead and heal up really quick, and then I will take care of my dog. When I get back, we'll continue on. I don't think I gotta heal Steelix when he's only missing 9 HP. We'll be okay. Just use a Soda Pop on Gyarados. Alright. Yeah, I'll be right back, and we'll continue progressing through the power plant. There's a lot of Team Flare grunts here, so, you know, it's gonna be like another probably 12 or so battles before we're done, but we'll get through it. I promise. And then hopefully we'll have enough time to get to Gym 5. We'll kind of see, though. But yeah. Anyway, I'll be back in about 10 minutes. Alright. Oops. I'm back. We can continue on with the power plant and see see how far we can get. Again, we've been going for a little over 2 hours at this point, so yeah, hopefully this doesn't take too long and we can get through the 5th gym, but you know, time will tell. It's almost 3 a.m. for me. Oh my gosh. Late night. Stop right there, intruder. I'll warn you now, I can be persistent. Mighty Yenna. Mighty indeed. Alright. I don't really think Mighty Yenna has a lot. Probably like Assurance, maybe Bite. At that level. I gotta level up Snorlax as well. Snorlax is still 32. Let's swap the Steelix. I don't really like the swagger game, so we're gonna swap again. I finally got Staraptor, awesome! Is the moveset including close combat? And it's gonna roar me out, of course. 14 minutes and it'll be 3 a.m. Okay, well, that's still pretty darn close to it. Use fighting moves? Yeah, the one that has fighting is Nidoking, but I'm trying not to use him too much just because he's level 35 and almost a half, and the level cap is 37. So I'm trying to relax on overusing him. He is definitely one of my best party members, and he would be fantastic for this fight. Alright, let's go Bulldoze. This will probably do over half. Maybe exactly half. Oh, we actually outspeed after one Bulldoze. That's pretty crazy. If it hits me with a physical move, or actually it might be using Roar. That would make more sense. Alright, Lapras comes in. I think Lapras should outspeed now that it's at -2, so Body Slam will take it. They're super effective against... No, extremely effective against Mighty Yenna. Yeah. I don't have too many fighting type moves. Like, for some reason, a lot of my Pokemon just can't learn, like, Low Sweep or anything. I have the TMs for, like, Power Punch, Low Sweep. No one can learn them. I think we'll get rid of Return, finally. It is stronger in terms of base power than a lot of my other moves, but it's better to have, like, other types for coverage. Normal's not a great coverage move. I lost on purpose, sure. We'll go with that. Now I'm mad. I told you I was persistent. I refused to budge from the spot. Not an inch. Yeah, he really actually will just stand there. You could go straight to the end if you could get past him, but... the man is a real hater. He's gonna make us go all the way around. Oh, I sure do love me a good happening. I love the feeling of accomplishment that comes with overcoming a challenge. Sure. After 50 hours, I finished 6 gyms and completed my team. Now it's time to team build the movesets. Oh, heck yeah. My favorite part. Oh, this is Scraggy. Oh, shoot. Wait. Well, I guess we're gonna have to hard switch into Nidoking then. Yeah, because I can't take a high jump kick. That's risky stuff. If I had Protect, I guess I could have like tried to get it to crash, but yeah, even resisted it did 26 damage. That's pretty absurd. But Nidoking, my man. Double kick is super effective against Scraggy, but again, Poison Jab just does more damage because of sheer force, and it kills. And then we got Golbat. I mean, it might have acrobatics like the last one did, so I probably should swap to Steelix. Galeda's already ready with the moveset? Oh, heck yeah. What's it looking like? I would imagine Psycho Cut. Maybe Swords Dance. And like Night Slash. Ooh, Power Punch, Swords Dance, Substitute, and Psycho Cut. Okay. Okay. I like it. Substitute is a very good one. One of my favorite moves. I think my absolute favorite move is Wish. Wish is a really fun mechanic move to use. It's like a healing move that also helps your teammates out. Also, there's benefits to delayed healing as well. You use my absolute type of word for fun. It's so hilarious that we're playing together and having fun together. Trust me. Nuzlocks are always like great, and challenge runs in general are just really fun. Especially with other people too. There is like the souling challenge, which is like a Nuzlocke you do with other people, and I've done that with a couple of different people, and it's been fun every time. We've done like just 2-player, and we've done 3-player soul links. I think we tried to do a 4-player one, but it's hard to get everyone together sometimes, so we eventually had to stop that. Anyway, what's next? Let's see. I didn't really write down anything too crazy is coming up. There is eventually, I think the last grunt is going to have another Scraggy. Yeah, that's what I have written down. So I think we're kind of okay. I think we can just gotta go with anything. Let's go with the flow. We'll keep Lapras in lead slot. Do I teach Focus Blast to Azumarill? Well, considering it, you know, I think you said that your Azumarill has huge power. I think you'd rather it be using the physical attack stat. Focus Blast is an interesting move, but it has those accuracy issues. And Azumarill doesn't have great special attack. Focus Punch won't work. Yeah, well, I mean, with Substitute, you might be able to do it, but as -3 priority, yeah. Again, Focus Punch is kind of one of those moves that you're supposed to like pair together with like Substitute. Or like a teammate using Fake Out if it's a double battle, but... Alright, Ice Beam, does this kill Golbat? Absolutely it does. And then we got Mightyena. I think I'm okay to stay in. We'll just go Surf. Oh, I forgot I was confused too, but not like we would have taken that much damage. Actually did more damage than I thought. The Assurance from Mightyena, you know. It does have respectable attack. It has like a base 90 attack stat. I remember that Mightyena I used in the Pokemon XD playthrough. Fantastic. Absolute legend. The future doesn't look very bright for me. Oh, I wonder if it's because I'm wearing sunglasses. These guys are Giga Brains. Oh, yeah, I did say something about like leveling up Snorlax to the rest of the party's level, which is, you know, 34. Let's do that. I might have Snorlax. I think Snorlax is holding my amulet coin. Is that correct? Yeah. So we can get even more money here. I can only imagine all the people that are going to watch this after the stream ended and then try to understand how we are having a conversation. It's fine. I don't have too many people watching me anyway, so it's okay. Go Team Flare. Go Team Flare. F to the L to the A to the R to the E. You could have just stopped at the L because, you know, that's what we're going to be having to take after we're done battling you. F-L-A-R-E. Bring it. You know it. This is like the longest cheer of all time. I don't think this is going to catch on. We got Swalot. Alright. We got the battle of the overweight people. Amnesia. Will increase the special defense, but that doesn't really matter too much. Bulldoze is going to do a good amount. Surprised it actually didn't do half. Encore. Swalot, I've got great news. I've got fantastic news. I was going to use Bulldoze regardless of what you did. That's crazy. Alright, and what we got next? What do I want to do? How about inflicting some serious pain on your Pokemon? Okay. Rude. Liepard. Does this thing have foul play? Probably not. But just in case it does, we'll swap. Just to be safe. Go to Steelix, I guess. Torment. Okay, I can't use the same move twice in back-to-back turns. That's fine. Gyro Ball should do a lot. It's got Hone Claws. Very good damage. We'll go Bulldoze. Assurance. Probably does like maybe 15. Not even 12. And Bulldoze will take it out. Level 36 for Steelix. Yeah, we got to be careful about that level cap. I think this is the last Pokemon, so I might as well just have Steelix finish this out. Just Bulldoze. Oh, I can't Bulldoze twice because I'm tormented. Alright, then we'll go Rock Slide and try for a flinch. Oh, we're slower, of course. My bad. And it still does some damage. And Bulldoze probably won't kill, but it's not like this thing can do anything against me. Body Slam did 4 damage. My god. Well, now Bulldoze might kill because of Rocky Helmet. Yep. Gotta love Rocky Helmet, man. It's so good. I will succeed in hurting my Pokemon. Alright, I think we're coming up on that last Team Flare run, so I think at this point we can kind of motion to have Nidoking take center stage and just have him decimate this next trainer. Like I said, Nidoking is absolutely, at the moment, I would say Nidoking is my best Pokemon. You'll not get past me. My pride is enough to keep you at bay. Alright, Krogunk. It shuddered because it's about to get destroyed by Bulldoze. It does get Sucker Punch off though. Which is annoying, but not the end of the world. Okay. And now what's next? Scraggy. Yep, here it is. This was the other Scraggy I was worried about, but Poison Jab definitely takes it out. Scraggy fainted. And we'll go poison jab again. Just kidding, we'll get fake out before we do it. It's fine. Eventually we'll get this poison jab off. And I don't think Liepard's gonna live that. No, it's not. Okay. Losing to you doesn't mean anything. My pride remains unscathed. Alright, I think at this point, there's just the two, like, kind of leaders of Team Flare that we gotta fight. I think they both have one Pokemon each. One of them, I think, is Houndoom. The other one's Mightyena. I think we'll lead with Gyarados for the Houndoom. And then for, like, Mightyena, I guess it really doesn't matter. If it only knows, like, you know, Bite or Assurance or both, it's not really going to be that scary to something like Steelix or whatever. But I will heal everyone just to make sure we're all at full battling capacity. And let's go ahead and do this. How much longer? If you're just interested in the facts, I'd say we already have enough energy to power the device. Good, let's finish up here and move out. There's still more work to be done. What other work do you mean? Perhaps you mean taking out that annoying little Pokemon trainer over there. What's this? I didn't think anyone remained here after we dealt with the workers. You were challenged by Team Flare admin. Sent out Houndoom. This is... What level is it? Isn't, like, one of them, like, really high level? Maybe it's the Mightyena that's... Well, this one's level 36, which is one off the cap. I'll go Bulldoze just in case it outspeeds me. Then I can beat up. Beat up. When you have one Pokemon. Incredible. Truly never saw it coming. Aqua Tail definitely would have killed, but I was just worried about that 10 accuracy as well. 10% chance of missing. Alright, Houndoom's gone. And soon Mightyena is going to be as well. He's just punching himself in the head. My analysis is correct, and it always is. This battle is 100% a failure on my part. Sure thing. Scientist, take care of this pesky intruder. It would be my pleasure. Come on, little trainer, let's see what you've got. They do actually allow you to heal in between these fights, which is a little bit nice. Mightyena. Let's lead with Quilladin. We have Eviolite on, so we should be able to take these hits pretty well, and we can try to go for Leech Seed. Allow me to introduce myself, intruder. My name is Aliana. As you can see, I'm one of Team Flare's scientists. I'm researching a certain something that you wouldn't understand anyway. Okay. Unfortunately for you, I've been charged with the simple task of your elimination. Alright. Going a little off the rails here. You're challenged by Team Flare Aliana. She's got a Mightyena. That Intimidate is perfectly fine with me. I'm here to set up Leech Seed. Oh, well, that could be annoying if I hit myself in confusion. Too bad Quilladin is the greatest of all time and he would never hit himself in confusion. Just kidding. Alright, it was worth a try. Yeah, I don't want to play the confusion game if that's going to be the case. Let's go to Lapras then. Assurance. Get some good damage in. I could use Perish Song, and then it would just have 3 turns to live, but nah. We'll kill it the old-fashioned way. Alright, Surf. Just over half, and another Surf is definitely going to take this guy out. If it hits through Swagger. Thank you. Okay. Lapras, you would never let me down. Alright, Mightyana's down. Level 35. You're quite strong. Oh yes, very strong indeed. Got a whole bunch of money for winning. Haha. Well, I certainly didn't expect you to be so interesting. I do hope we can meet again. And here come these guys. Oh my. You chased off that mysterious bunch before we could even get here. Well, I guess there's always room for more defenders of Kalos. Let me heal your Pokemon as thanks. You and your Pokemon are the ultimate team, no doubt about it. But don't push yourself too hard. Here, take these. Obtain full restores. Thanks to you, the power is back on in Lumio City. Now people can pass through the gate connecting Route 13 to Lumio City again. Well, I think us mysterious people will be off now. I leave before being left. I decide. Arva? And there's no items here to collect. And now we can buy fresh water for like a markdown price. It's only 100 instead of 200 for saving the day. So might as well buy some while we're here. Unfortunately, every time you buy one, you have to go through the dialogue again. You can't buy them in bulk. But I might as well do this while I'm here. I'll just buy like, I don't know, like 10 or so. I just want to have them on hand just in case I need to heal. They do heal 50 HP, so this is a pretty good value to buy them at. And then after this, we're going to head back to Lumio City. And I think there's going to be a couple of cutscenes we're going to have to sit through, you know, the usual stuff. But afterwards, we'll reorganize our team. You know, we're going to have to take some people off and switch people around in order to prepare ourselves for the electric-type gym. Because, I don't think we're going to want to bring Lapras and Gyarados to an electric-type gym. I don't think that would be a great idea. Especially when we have Pokemon like Hippopotas. I mean, we have Dugtrio now. That we could definitely promote up, and they would be a lot better for it. It really also sucks that I don't have Volt Absorb on Chinchou, because if I did, I probably would also use that as well. Alright, that's all we need. How many did I buy? 11. Yeah, that's fine. Probably won't be coming back here again, though. Alright, let's leave out the power plant. And then we'll get on our bike. And hopefully not run into any Pokemon. Okay. Oh, we got this guy. Just a giant 10-foot tall man. The power, the Pokemon, the flower Pokemon. The Pokemon that was given eternal life. Alright, and then if we come back with Rock Smash, we can get a couple of items that we missed here, so I might do that. First, let's get through these cutscenes that I know are coming up. Booga! I ran after you like crazy when I spotted you up ahead. Know what? I heard the power's back on here in Lumio City. Some really bad people were stealing electricity from the Kalos power plant, and then somebody came and stopped them. No one knows who, but they must be awesome. Who do you think it was? It was me! Whoa, no way, you, Booga? And get this, they're gonna light the tower. Let's go see it, Booga. It's Lumio City's most famous site. This way, straight ahead, you'll run smack into Prism Tower. Okay. Oh, there's people talking. I'm not gonna read all that. Head to the Pokemon Center first. Oh wait, I'm already healed because the two of them healed me. Okay, so we're gonna reorganize our team. Let's see what we got. I think we'll bring definitely Hippopotas over Lapras and Gyarados. Who's gonna replace Gyarados? That's the question. I mean, I could just go Doug Trio, but I can't fathom I'm ever actually gonna use Doug Trio, honestly. I could just do like Floette and we can just evolve it into Florges now. Wouldn't be a bad idea. Yeah. You gotta go? Alright, that's fine, Ren. Thanks for being here. Fun talking with you. And I hope your run goes very well. Yeah, I'll see you, Ren. Alright, so we're gonna have we're gonna use the shiny stone. On Floette now. I don't think there's any... Let me check. I don't think there's any move that Floette's gonna learn that I really am worried about not learning. Because, like I said, Moonblast, you can just use a Heart Scale, and you can relearn the move with Florges, so you don't actually miss out on it. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything I'm worried about missing out on. Let me check Florges' moveset as well. Florges, yeah, I think we're okay to do it. Okay. Hold on, wait. Okay. Alright. Anyway. Let's use the shiny stone on Floette. What? Buttercup is evolving. And I will, while this is happening, I will change up our team in the bottom left here. So we got... We now have Florges. And, at least for now, I think, is my Hippopotas male or female? I think it's male. I'll check. Because I have an image for both. Yeah, it's a male. So it's about to be Hippowdon. It's not officially yet, but it's gonna be once I level it up a couple of times here. So let's go ahead and do that. I think it evolves at like 34, I want to say. And yeah, as a reminder, level cap is 37 right there. It will stay like that until we officially beat the Lumio City Gym. Get rid of Bite. Hippowdon's pretty slow, so I can't really fathom Bite's flinch chance is going to be very relevant. Alright, there we go. Hippopotas evolves the Hippowdon, and now the image in the bottom left is going to be actually accurate here. Henry evolved into Hippowdon. All right. Any item I want to give Florges? Who did I give the metronome to? Hold on. I don't know. Who did I give the metronome to? It wasn't Gyarados, was it? No, Gyarados doesn't have an item. I mean, I could take this leftovers off. That's probably a good idea. Alright, leftover. I guess we can put leftovers on Florges instead. I put it on Charmeleon. That's who I put it on. Okay. Mind Plate. Sharp Beak. Okay. Yeah, we're all good. Alright. I think we'll lead with Hippowdon for now. And also let me check movesets here. See if I want to teach anybody anything. I mean, really just Bulldoze and Crunch should be fine. Reorder these. Yeah, I think everyone's good. We also could shift the amulet coin around so we get more money. Wouldn't be a bad idea. Alright, Hippowdon near the lead. Let's go ahead and head towards Lumiose City. Or, we're in Lumiose City. Let's head towards the gym in Lumiose City. Be a good idea. Good timing. They're just about to turn on the lights. Look, it's Clement. He's Lumiose City's gym leader. He also is good at inventing things, and he makes all kinds of devices. Those two are my friends. Aren't you done yet? Not quite. I just have to check on the lighting circuit here. Oh, Shauna, are you... and you are a challenger? Sorry, but could you wait a moment? Come on, come on. Alright, everything's ready. The future is now, thanks to science. Prism Tower lighting system activate. Nice. I think you call this feeling being entranced, right? Now I have another great memory with you, Booga. Excellent. My Prism Tower lighting system worked brilliantly, just like all my inventions. Yeah, right, whatever. There are challenges waiting for you, you know. Prism Tower itself is Lumiose City's Pokemon gym. Clement's inventions sure are amazing, right? He gave me one that solves puzzles, but it always feels like a shame to use it, so I haven't yet. Okay, good luck at the gym. Alright. Let's head up into here. Lumiose City Gym. So again, I like fighting all the trainers, so I'm going to purposefully get all these questions wrong so I can fight everybody. Completely unnecessary, but I think it's more fun that way. Ah, you're the trainer from before. Come straight for a battle, have you? Well, good. You can call me Bonnie. I'm this gym leader's younger sister. Go ahead and step onto that small square a few steps directly ahead of you, would you? You'll have to answer my questions if you want to get any farther ahead. Alright, first question. Quiz time. That is a Pikachu. Who's that Pokemon? Emolga, Dedenne, or Pikachu? Yeah, so we're gonna purposely get it wrong so that we can battle everybody. It's Emolga. You'll have to beat me to find out if you're right or not. Yeah, I'm pretty sure every trainer in here, except the gym leader, has only one Pokemon. Got Pachirisu. Okay. Hippowdon has Sandstream, so that'll do some chip damage every turn. But I don't think it's going to matter too much. We'll just go Bulldoze here. Then he's Swift. Not a lot of damage. Bulldoze is going to do a ton. Not quite a kill, though. But we get a speed drop. It gets a little bit of chip damage. Do we outspeed? Probably not. No. But it's going to confuse me. Incredible. Waste my time even more. Please don't hit yourself. Of course. Alright, Sandstream probably takes it out next turn, but hopefully we just hit it. That would be the best case scenario. It didn't even take it out. We got one more turn of this nonsense. Swift again, yeah. Alright, well it's done. But that was really annoying. Okay. We get some more money because of the amulet coin. I'll go ahead and heal up. We're gonna be wrong, I know. So much suspense just to be wrong. Okay. Yeah, too bad. Alright. Let me heal up. That is so criminal, though, that Hippowdon hit himself that many times in confusion. Dedenne is your answer? Yeah, that's totally Dedenne. Alright, what you got? Are you gonna actually use a Dedenne against me? Kinda be funny. No, it's Stun Fist. Okay. Sure thing. It's a ground electric type, which is a very interesting typing, to say the least. It's also really, really slow. But it does have decent stats, other than that. Use Mud Bomb. The Hippowdon's pretty bulky. Wow, that was okay, that was a crit. Well, Bulldoze might be a range, and I don't want to risk anything happening, so I'm just gonna go to Quilladin. Quilladin is in a unique position where it will resist both ground and electric. That's why it's always nice to have on hand. Go ahead and use Needle Arm. Well, because it used Endure, it's guaranteed gonna live. It does still get dropped. Oh. It even lived without the Endure. Okay. Fun fact. And we even got a critical hit. Alright. Get some good experience. I'm always grinning to make it look like I have confidence. Okay. Alright, this is another wrong answer, and then we'll do the third one, and this one will actually be the correct answer. You only have to fight, I think, the most amount of trainers you absolutely have to fight is 4 outside of the gym later. Because I think there's 4 different floors to this. Alright, let's super potion it up. Quilladin's fine. Don't have to worry about him. You've chosen Pikachu? Yep. It's Pikachu! Let's have a Pokemon battle before we compare answers. Schoolboy Finian, and he has a Dedenne. It's an electric fairy type. Very cool typing, and I actually did use a Dedenne in my my first ever playthrough of X and Y. I really liked it. It was a fun Pokemon. Alright, Dedenne is down. It seems like every trainer here is going to give a little over 2,000 with the amulet coin, so that's a good amount of money. It adds up. Yeah. Ding ding ding, you're correct. Well, aren't you a clever one? Alright, time to get this next question wrong as well. Quiz time. It's Fledgling. Which means it's Pidgey and Tailo. So I can fight everybody. Alright. Oh, you think it's Pidgey? Yeah, totally. Rising Star Nelly sent out Magneton. This Magneton, I believe, actually has, what's the ability called? Magnet Pull. And the reason I know that is because way back when I was first getting into Nuzlocking, this was one of the first times I lost, was because I had Celix out, and for some unknown reason, I never taught Bulldoze to it. So I went into this fight, and then Magneton shows up, I'm trapped, and I don't have a way to hit Magneton for, like, any damage. and I just die. It was death by a million cuts. But it should be fine with Hip Out on here, especially knowing Bulldoze. What I've been able to confirm is just how great you and your Pokemon are. Oh, now that gave 4,200. Step into the elevator. Sure thing. Oh no, it wasn't Pidgey. Then it must have been Tailo. Alright, let's see what my Pokemon are made of. Rising Star Helen? Get me Nectric. Cool Pokemon, but unfortunately Manectric has like a terrible moveset. The amount of coverage moves it gets are like non-existent. Alright, Bite. Not gonna do that much, and Bulldoze is easily gonna destroy. Oh, never mind. Actually lived, but Sandstream might have something to say about that. I'll give it credit. It survived a Bulldoze. That's pretty impressive. I must accept reality, or else I'll never get any better. Then step into the elevator. I can't imagine this one would also be wrong. Oh my gosh. I'm so bad at guessing. Alright. We're gonna heal. Hip out onto full. And let's do this last trainer. Bird Pokemon, Their silhouettes sure do come in all kinds of different shapes. But you think it's Fletchling, do you? Oh, I know it's Fletchling. Fletchling, sorry. Okay, but this is still a Pokemon gym, but it wouldn't seem right if we didn't fight. Rising Star Estelle sent out Raichu. Pretty sure Raichu would know Thunderbolt. But obviously, that doesn't matter, because kind of immune to that. Quick Attack. More damage than I thought I would take, but Bulldoze should do a ton. Get more XP. I hope this experience will help you grow even stronger. 4,200 bucks. Love it. Then step into the elevator. Yay! Ding ding ding, you're correct. Well, aren't you a clever one? Alright, next floor. Alright, I think this is really the only floor of note that I wrote down. Is that one of these trainers uses a lantern. So I am going to have Quilladin be my lead slot. Because he resists water and electric. I think every other one of my Pokemon is weak to one or the other except Snorlax and Florges as well. But they're just neutral, so. That is Panpour. Alright, which means it's Pansage and Pansear. So that we can fight everyone. Could it be that you did not choose Pansage as an answer so much as you chose me to battle with? Shut up. Do you think you'll make it onto the next elevator? How the heck does this guy know? What does this guy know about me? You're challenged by Ace Trainer Mathis. Sent out. Okay, there we go. So there's the lantern. Yeah, I wanted to make sure I had Quilladin in the lead slot for it. I think it'll probably outspeed me. So let's go Bulldoze this turn, and then we'll Needle Arm at the next. Bubble Beam. It could lower my speed with this, but it really shouldn't matter. Dang, this thing is bulky as heck. Oh my god. Well then, in that case, let's get Leech Seed off. That way I don't have to worry about healing after the battle's over. Full beam again. Lantern has a pretty high base HP stat. I believe it's 120? 120 or 125, something like that. So Leech Seed is going to recover quite a bit of health here. 17 health. Wow. Needle Arm takes it down to red. And it'll die to Leech Seed next turn. Well, might as well just take it out of its misery, though. Oh, never mind. So, were we speed tied after that -1 in speed? I guess. Because I did outspeed it the turn I used Leech Seed, I'm pretty sure. Well, either way, we got it. That's level 35 for Quilladin. And he's learned Seed Bomb. Awesome. Love that. What a strange trainer you are. It was an honor to be able to battle you. 3,600. Yeah, this is going to be wrong as well. That's fine, though. Oopsie. Okay. Hippowdon, let's put you back in the lead slot, because everything else should be pretty streamlined from here. Are you sure it's Pansear in your Heart of Hearts? Absolutely. You're challenged by Ace Trainer Maxim. Sent out Electrode. Oh, I know what this guy's about to do. Pretty sure Hippowdon probably would take it pretty well. But, you know, why risk anything? We've got Steelix here. So let's go to him. I know he's close to the level cap, but we're very close to getting the gym leader, so... It went light screen. Okay, I still think it's gonna blow up, like, very soon. In fact, here it is! And it does the whole 7 damage, takes itself out, and we get a bunch of XP in the process. It's enough to get Steelix to the level cap. He wants to learn Crunch. I think I'm fine. I don't think I need Crunch. I can't get rid of Strength because it's an HM move, so... A status condition doesn't phase a capable tactician. Hey, that kind of rhymed. Go me. I mean, yeah, I guess condition tactician, sure. I'll give you that. There's no way I'm wrong again. Oh my goodness. Alright, now we fight this guy. I don't know, kid. You sure about Panpour? You're ready to take responsibility for your own choices, are you? Okay, this is very ominous. Ace Trainer Rico and Ampharos. It's probably going to have Confuse Ray. But let's just hope he doesn't use it. Of course. Silly me. I thought that for once Pokemon would be nice to me. Alright, well it does over half, so all we have to do is just hit their confusion, it's over. And we have so many other Pokemon to swap to if for whatever reason we get really unlucky here. But Hippowdon, my goat, doesn't miss. Alright, goodbye Ampharos. 36 for Hippowdon. That's right, it takes a certain strength to say yes. 7,200 Pokedollars. Man, we must have a lot of money right now. After all the money I spent at like the very beginning on like the Super Repels and Pokeballs and stuff, I think we're probably back up to like almost at least 80,000 maybe. We've just done so many trainer battles this stream. Ding ding ding, you're correct. I'll check how much money I have once we beat these last 3 trainers. Don't count my money just yet, though. Okay, we'll still leave with a pout on. Oh, I gotta, yeah, I gotta get asked the question first. That would help. Oopsie. Butterfree. Vivian. Motham. Okay, well, that's 2, but we're not gonna pick that one. Yep, number 1, really. It's totally... That one... That Butterfree looks very convincing. Abigail sent out Minun. Probably means one of them is going to have Plusle. Maybe both the wrong answers are like Minun and Plusle. Alright. Charm? Well, because of that, you might actually live Bulldoze. Wouldn't be surprised. Yep. Oh, it doesn't matter. You're only prolonging. They've got a super potion. Why? You're failing your hardcore Nuzlocke. Using items in battle? For shame. Alright, Minun's gone. Now that was an invigorating battle. Fits for a Pokemon gym. Get some good money. Alright, then we're gonna pick the other wrong answer. What was 3? Motham? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm positive I want number 3. Alright, what is this? Is it gonna be Plusle? Pikachu. Okay. That's interesting. Can't say I really understand. We already fought a Raichu. Well, that's a cool animation for Slam. You don't really see Slam too much, so you don't really ever get, like, appreciation for that. Those flatten my Hippowdon. What love you have for your Pokemon? Good, great, fabulous. More money? Alright, one more trainer to fight that is, you know, optional, and then we'll have to fight the gym leader. I will go heal up at the Pokemon Center, we'll level everyone up to level 37, and then we'll go ahead and we'll get this done. Let's see if you were right. Pokefan Liddy? I don't know. Don't think I've ever seen that name before. Alright, Plusle. Probably going to have a very similar moveset to Minun, so don't really expect anything too crazy. It could use Charm, but it didn't. Swift does 18 damage, and then Bulldoze is going to take it out. Pretty easy. And that's another 5,000 Pokédollars, and finally we're going to be at the gym leader. My oh my, aren't you and your Pokemon just the best of partners? And step into the elevator. I'm pretty sure this is the last floor. I think it's 5 floors to get to the top. All right. Here we are, but before we do anything, we're going to go back and heal. Get all of our PP back. Heal everyone up to max HP. And then I'm going to level everybody up to 37. And we'll go ahead and get this gym started. And then afterwards, I might do a couple of other things. But we will be stopping stream very shortly after this. I think this will be like the last major thing we do for this stream. We'll save it for next stream. All the other stuff. Alright, we're healed up. I'm gonna level up. Do use all these rare candies that we got. Alright, start with Snorlax, get him to 37. Roll out, no. I'm pretty okay with his moveset at the moment. Alright, we'll get Florges to 37. This is going to be enough to get Quilladin to evolve into Chestnut, so let me go ahead and just get ready with replacing the image here. Quilladin, who has pretty much been on this team every single point of the adventure, has finally reached his final evolutionary stage. Quilladin has evolved into Chestnut. Perfect. And he wants to learn Spiky Shield. That's tough. I mean, Hone Claws is a really nice move. I do like Spiky Shield. Leech Seed is like a must. I mean, you could get rid of Bulldoze, but I think we'll get rid of Hone Claws for now. We can always reteach that since it's a TM. Okay. Then we'll get him to 37. And now everyone is level 37. Okay. Very good. Oh, we have to take Eviolite off as well. Let's do that. What should we put on him? What do I have? Could just put Metronome on. We could also increase the power of Bulldoze. Yeah, might not be a bad idea. Let's do Soft Belt or Soft Sand. I saw Black Belt and Soft Sand and I combined them. New item. Okay, what other items do we have? Amulet Coin I think is on you. Okay, I'm pretty sure, so the gym leader has 3 Pokemon, so they're gonna lead with a Molga, which has a very bad moveset. It's like Volt Switch, Aerial Ace, and Quick Attack. So I think Steelix should be more than a match for that, so we'll lead with Steelix. Then the other 2 Pokemon are Heliolisk and Magneton. So I think next up would be Heliolisk. I'm pretty sure. And that one has Thunderbolt, Grass Knot, and Quick Attack as its moveset. And then you've got Magneton would come out last then, which is going to have Mirror Shot. Is it Thunderbolt? I think it's Thunderbolt. Thunderbolt, Mirror Shot, and Electric Terrain. I think those are the movesets that we're dealing with. So, I am going to lead with Steelix. And also, Magneton has Sturdy for its ability. I should make a point of emphasis. It does have Sturdy for its ability, so we do have to watch out for that. But I think it'll be okay. I think we'll be fine. We have plenty of ground types on this roster, or just Pokemon that know ground type moves, that I really don't think this is going to be a problem at all. Alright, so let's just keep on going up all these. I don't know why they allow the shortcut to go back down to the first floor after you've climbed all the way to the top, but then you have to do all this to get back up. It's kind of weird. I don't understand it. I guess they didn't expect you to go back down after you got to the top, but, you know. Yep. Alright, so Steelix is going to be our lead. Then on Heliolisk, we'll probably swap to, we'll probably go to Chestnut on Heliolisk. And, for Magneton, I mean, really, there's a lot of options we've got. We could go back to Steelix. We could go to Nidoking. We can go to Hippowdon. We could go to Snorlax. There's so many options, it really doesn't matter. Everything can deal with that Pokemon. Oh, thank you again for coming. Allow me to introduce myself. This is the gym leader of Lumio City, Clement. You better watch out, my brother's strong. As strong as you'd expect a Lumio City gym leader to be, got it? Bonnie, how many times do I have to remind you? It's not my own strength that matters, nor any other trainers. None of us would be here if it weren't for our Pokemon. I know. Anyway, I hope you two have an awesome battle. She's right about that, at least. Let's both do our best in battle. Okay, here we go. Versus Clement. You are challenged by Leader Clement, and he sent out Emolga. Alright, Steelix, come on out. Let's go ahead and send some rocks in this guy's direction. Aerial Ace, that's not going to do much. A whole 5 damage, and Rocky Helmet is going to hit you for a little bit of chip. Alright, that's probably going to trigger his Hyper Potion, yep. I don't know if he'll just spam Hyper Potion. I don't know how many he has. He might have 2 or 3. We're going to miss Rock Slide. Incredible. Aerial Ace again. Chip damage. Another Rock Slide. Alright, well, if he has another Hyper Potion, he will use it for sure. Alright, I think that might be his last one. I hope it is. If he has a 3rd one, that's crazy. For the 5th gym leader to have 3 Hyper Potions is kind of ridiculous. Alright, Aerial Ace again. And Rock Slide connects, and that is Emolga down. Alright, this should make him go to Heliolisk. Yeah, because this Heliolisk has Grass Knot on it, which is pretty crazy. Yeah, so I think we're gonna go to Chestnut here. Chestnut is resistant to electric, resistant to grass, and also has quick attack, which I don't know if it would click, but I mean, we can take that well too. Yeah, there's Grass Knot. Chestnut does weigh a lot, so he'll still take some damage from it, but we're fine. Now let's go Bulldoze. It's gonna hit me with Thunderbolt. Pretty good damage. Bulldoze does a lot as well. We also lower its speed. We probably aren't faster than it, but we'll see. Oh no, we are. Never mind. I mean, we do have a plus speed nature. I will say that Chestnut did get timid for its nature, so there you go. Probably just enough to outspeed. And now we've got Magneton. We're definitely gonna want to swap out with it being this low on health and it having sturdy. Let's head to Hippowdon. Let's try this first. It's gonna set up Electric Terrain. That will boost the damage of electric moves by 50% and also prevent Pokemon from being put to sleep for 5 turns. I'm gonna go Mirror Shot. It's a Steel type move, special attacking, can lower accuracy. Didn't. Bulldoze is gonna take it all the way down to sturdy. It's also gonna lower its speed. And I'm pretty sure with Bulldoze we should outrun it. But just to be safe, let's go to Steelix. Just to be extra safe, let's go to Steelix. Because Mirror Shot's resisted by Steelix, so we can take it pretty well. Well, if Steelix outran it, then Hippowdon definitely would have. So we're good. But also, we don't have to worry about, like, you know, if you're worried about me getting trapped by Magneton because of Magnapole, obviously that's sturdy, so no need to worry about that. We're good. Alright. Your passion for battle inspires me. 11,840 Poké Dollars. That's crazy. My brother, you lost? Oh, Bonnie, when will you learn there's no shame in losing? I'm glad whenever I get to learn something new thanks to strong challengers like this girl here. Now, to the victor go the spoils. This voltage badge belongs to you. That's a cool looking badge. Alright, that's the 5th gym down. You will receive the voltage badge from Clement. If you have a voltage badge, you will be seen as a friend and equal by any Pokemon up to level 70. And here, take this TM as well. Oh, I know this one. It's TM24. That's Thunderbolt. It has a power of 90 and its accuracy is 100%. It'll never miss. Well, unless you get your accuracy lowered or evasion is boosted from your opponent. It's a really popular election move because of that. Bonnie, the future's now thanks to science. Behold the machine that gives technical machines. I just wanted to be able to say it, okay? At least once. Look, it's not like I'm trying to make myself stronger or... All I'm trying to do is enjoy every day to the fullest with my Pokemon, while doing the science that I love with my inventing. Okay. Let's head back down. We'll go heal up at the Pokemon Center. I'll go reorganize my team. And then I'm just going to kind of run around Lumio City. There are 2 TMs to collect while we're here. There's also the TM shop, but I don't think I really care about any of the TMs that they have right now. Hello there. I wanted to talk to you for a little bit. Could you come to Lysander Cafe? Do you know where it is? You can see it from outside the Pokemon Center right by Prism Tower. It's the Red Cafe. Just hop in a taxi and if you can't find it, be seeing you soon. I also wanted to see how much money we have because I feel like we've gotten so much money today with all the trainers we fought. We are sitting at 123,000. Yeah, we're looking great. All right. So I think the next battle we're going to have to do is going to be against our rival. I'm pretty sure once we go to Route 14, which is the next area we have to go to, we're going to have to fight our rival, and they're actually going to have some, like, their whole team is going to be fully evolved, so I got to be ready for that. I believe it's always Meowstic, Absol, and then Delphox here. So let's see. I think Florges will be good for the Meowstic, because obviously its special defense is just really, really good. Steelix is good for Absol, obviously, and then I guess Delphox. I mean, Delphox, you've got Snorlax. We can put Gyarados on the team. We can put Lapras on the team. Those two are pretty good. Yeah, we'll take Hippowdon off, because I don't think Hippowdon has great special defense. Not really. Not compared to Gyarados, at least. Those have more HP, but I'll put a Chesnaught in the box as well, because he's not going to be helpful for this next fight. I think we'll do the rival fight at the very least, just so I don't have to have that looming over my head for next stream. I'm going to get everyone up. Oh, now I can also say the level cap has gone up. Level cap is now 42. I'm going to get everyone to 38. Because I think the rival is like, I think they use like a level 30 Pokemon. Maybe it's even higher, but we'll be fine at level 38, I'm sure. Rain Dance, no. Yeah, just get everyone leveled up. Don't need brine. And then we'll go ahead and switch items around too, because I want to make sure we have leftovers on somebody here. Alright, we gotta do organize items. I think I have leftovers on chestnut. Or, no, it's soft sand, my bad. Who had leftovers then? Oh, it was Forges. Okay, Forges having leftovers is kind of fine. I guess that is fine. Sure, we'll do that. Okay, soft sand. Keep that. Amulet coin. I mean, sure, why not? Well, let's put Persianberry on Gyarados. I think that's better. And then Amulet coin can go on, like... do that on Lapras. Why not? Okay. Alright. Anyway, we gotta go to the cafe first. So let's do that. And also make sure Florges... Florges has Protect, right? Yeah, Wish and Protect. That's the big thing I wanted to have. Alright. Alright, let's head to the cafe. It's just over here. Oh, I have to walk up. Over here! I was just having a conversation with Lysander about Mega Evolution. I would like to congratulate you as well. Mega Evolution is something I, too, would like to be able to use. Actually, Lysander himself is of royal ancestry. He truly is a chosen one. True, I'm a descendant of the king's younger brother. That being said, that story is 3,000 years old, so it might not be entirely reliable. By the way, Uga, do you know where the Holocaster is made? Yep, that's right. They're made in Lysander's lab. Lysander is a great man. He supports trainers of Pokemon research with some of the profit from the Holocaster. People can be divided into two groups, those who give and those who take. It's just as how the Kalos region's 2 legendary Pokemon gave life and took life. I want to be the kind of person who gives. But in this world, some foolish humans exist who would show their strength by taking what isn't theirs. They're filth. Long, long ago, the King of Kalos sought to take everything for his own, and he created a terrible weapon. Then the fire of destruction was unleashed. That is the legend that has been passed down. Kalos is beautiful right now. There will be no foolish actions if the number of people and Pokemon do not increase. That being said, the future isn't decided. You can't be sure each day will be like the one before. What the King of Kalos did was reprehensible, but the ultimate weapon did manage to wash the world clean of that era's filth. Obtained a King's Rock. Thank you for listening. Take that as an apology for me taking up your time. Sure thing. What a passionate person. He's just like a blazing flame. Perhaps his pride and his lineage is what makes him burn so intensely. That being said, what Lysander said is only one way of looking at things. It's not necessarily the truth. Uga, what's really important is the time you spend together with others. Treasure these moments spent traveling the Kalos region with your Pokemon. Alright, and then before we go to Route 14 and do the rival... What's up? Hello, how have you been? I just want to let you know we're all going to meet on Route 14. Please come and join us. Sure. However, before we do that, I'm going to go grab 2 TMs in particular that we can get really quick. So I think we need to go to the northern... Is this... I can't even see... North... Okay, yeah. This is where we got to be. I think it's this building. This is the museum, right? Nope. Where's the museum? It's somewhere in the North Boulevard, I think. Is it this one? Yeah, this is the museum. Okay, so I think you have to enter through this way. Yep, we'll pay the 200. And then if you just walk over here and you talk to this guy... I can spell that you're not from here. I mean from Kalos. Have you recently moved here? Alright, take this. Dragon Tail. Okay. It might not come into play, but I just wanted to grab it just in case. Dragon Tail knocks the target away while doing damage to it. My partner learned the move in the Village of Dragons, so please feel free to use it. Okay. Excuse me, miss. You need to return the audio guide when you leave. Do you still want to leave? Yeah, sure. That's fine with me. Alright, so that's one thing. And then there's also a hotel around here somewhere. Oh, well, there's the hotel. There we go. They're right next to each other. And I think you want to just go straight to, like, the top floor. And in one of these rooms is another person who gives a TM. Let's see. Tra-la-la-la. It echoes so well in the bathroom that I can't help wanting to sing. What about you? Won't you sing? Yeah, there we go. Echoed voice. Another one that, you know, it might not come into play, but it's good to have. If we sang with echoed voice together, our power would go through the roof. Okay. Now let's head back. And now we can go to the next area, Route 14. And after the rival, I think that'll be a great place to stop. We've done 2 gym badges today. And we'll have done a rival fight. Or actually 2 rival fights, because we had to do the one before Ramos as well. Okay, so where is Route 14? I need to know, what does that sign say? I need to know where I am. Come on, why doesn't the camera pan up? Oh, okay, this is 14 apparently. The guy said so. Alright. Yeah, so we got Florges in the lead slot. Yeah, that'll deal with Meowstic for sure. And then I think we've got good plays against the other 2 Pokemon that he's going to have. Yeah. The Absol does know Swords Dance, so that is something to note. But I don't really anticipate that's going to be that scary, honestly. I think we'll be okay. At least I hope. Hello, Booga. You arrived very quickly. Hey, Booga. We were just comparing how complete our Pokedexes are. I won, of course. I'll leave filling out the Pokedex to you guys, Trevor. It's boring when everyone does the same thing anyway. Booga, let's compare how many Pokemon we've seen, just like we always do. This time, let's compare how many Pokemon we've seen in the Mountain Kalos Pokedex. To put it another way, I'm challenging you to my own kind of Pokemon battle. So you've seen 11 kinds of Pokemon. I lost. How frustrating. Oh, so you've seen Gibble too, Booga. Just knowing about the same Pokemon as someone else can sure make you happy. Sure are lots of different kinds of Pokemon in Kalos. Guess it's my turn now. Booga, I challenge you to a battle. Here we go. Yeah, the amount of rival fights that you're expected to do in this midsection of the game is crazy. They just keep piling them on. Alright, Florges. First and foremost, I'm predicting that that's going to be a fake out coming my way, so protect. Predictable. Alright, now we can just go ahead and chip it. It's going to set up light screen, so now we're going to do like no damage. Fairy Wind is the best fairy move we have access to at this point, and it's just not it, man. It's going to go Psychic, of course. Oh, that's a crit, too. And it lowers my... Wow, okay. We got some cheating going on. Alright, let me go ahead and use Wish. And then we'll go Protect, and that'll get us back all the way to full health. I mean, if we just stall out Psychic, I mean, really, this thing's not going to have any way to hit with. Things are going pretty good. I could swap to get rid of that -1 in special defense I have. I don't really have any like safe switches though, so for now I think we'll just deal. Not a big deal. We'll use Wish just to set that up. I don't think I need to use Protect. I think we can just go Fairy Wind. Light Screen I think expires as well too, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So you get a little bit more damage in than normal, which is great. Set up Wish again. Always a good idea to set up Wish when you can. Just a nice way to keep yourself upright. You obviously could protect if you want the immediate healing, but it's fine. And there comes light screen. Yeah, I was expecting that to happen at some point. Go Wish again. He got another special defense drop. All right, we're gonna probably have to like swap out and swap back to Florges because at -2, this is gonna be not great. I was hoping that it would run out of Psychic, and it's got to be close. There's not too much PP it has left for it for sure, but well, because I think so. It used Fake Out, and then 2 light screens, right, so far. And everything else has been Psychic. So we've got 3, 7. We're missing 11 PP. So I think it's got... I think it has 2 more uses of it. So you know what? I'll stay in one more time. We'll do Wish and then Protect. It went Disarming Voice? Okay. It can't be out, though. It doesn't add up. Well, I guess now swapping is fine because Wish will recover, so it's a good point. Let's swap to, who has more special defense, Lapras or Snorlax? It is Lapras, but Snorlax has more health, so I'm gonna go to, I'll go to Lapras, it's fine. Okay, it's going Disarming Voice now for some unknown reason. I couldn't tell you. Light screen wore off. Alright, it's going to use Psychic. I'm gonna go ahead and set up Wish. Alright, that's its last Psychic PP, I'm pretty sure. So at this point, all it can do to hit me is use Disarming Voice, which is not nearly as annoying of a move. Alright, Wish is going to heal me to full. And I think the next Pokemon... I don't know, is it going to be Absol? I don't know. We'll see. It is Absol. And we'll go ahead and use Fairy Wind. Florges doesn't have like insanely great physical defense, but we should be able to take some hits from Absol. Don't have to swap to Steelix. I'm pretty sure its moveset is it Bite / Quick Attack and Swords Dance? I could try to set up Wish on this turn, so I'm fully healed when Delphox comes out. I think we'll be alright. Let's just Fairy Wind it. Yeah. We're even faster than Absol, so we're good. Alright, we're kind of sleeping with Florges right now. And then we got Delphox. So I don't really have a way to hit this thing for any good damage because I only have Fire and Grass. The great thing is Delphox only knows Mystical Fire and Psybeam. That's it. So it really doesn't have much to hit me with either. So let's go ahead and use Protect. Get some more health from leftovers and make it use up one of its PP. Alright, let's just try to get some chip damage in. We're not going to do a lot if it's going to use Mystical Fire on us, because that lowers special attack, but might as well try to get some benefit from Floor just being on the field. I'm probably being way too safe with this fight. I probably could just be a lot more aggressive and be fine, but yeah. I always like taking my time. Yeah, it's gonna lower my special attacks so goddamn much. I'm at -2 right now. Even a critical hit's not gonna do anything because it resists fairy. Set up Wish. And then we'll go Protect here. I don't know how much PP Mystical Fire has, but I mean, if we can just like stall a little bit of it, I'd be pretty happy with that. Alright, it might be good after this Protect. We might want to swap Floor just out, and then we'll just have it to like pivot to if things start to go wrong. Oh, I forgot to update the team. Doesn't have Hippowdon on it anymore. Who did I replace it with? Was that Gyarados? My bad. Hold on 1 second. Let me do that now. Because that's actually who I am thinking of going to right now. And I want to make sure he gets his credit in the bottom left of the screen here. There we go. Okay, so Gyarados, let's go ahead and send you in. And we're going to try to get Bulldoze off. Lower its speed. And hopefully that'll be enough to, for Gyarados to outrun it. Wow, Psybeam did a lot. It was, what, like 34 damage? Okay, that's fine. Aqua Tail is definitely a lot stronger, and it might even just straight up kill it. But I want to go Bulldoze just to lower its speed here. Also, it's 100% accurate, so I don't have to play around with Aqua Tail missing on there. Alright. We probably do outspeed, but I think we swap again. Let's go Snorlax here. Can take all the time in the world to do this as safely as possible. Mystical Fire. And the Bulldoze should take it out. Perfect. There we go. All right. Probably played it overly cautious. Probably didn't need to play it like that, but I just wanted to be safe. Don't want to lose anybody. We're pretty far into the run. You know, don't want to make any mistakes at this point. Battling with you is fun, but losing all the time doesn't really make me look all that good. And we get 7,400 Poké Dollars for winning. Wow, that was a really intense battle. Thanks, Shauna. I noticed you were watching us while I was battling. So where's Tyranny? He's at the fighting dojo. Really? The fighting dojo? Sorry I'm late, everybody. I was having so much fun with a sparring dance I totally lost track of time. So Tyranny, have you found any good Pokemon for your dance team? Yep, I sure did. I'm super close to my ideal dance team. That's great. Good for you. Hey everybody, let's go to the scary house. The one by Lavere City? That's just a rumor, isn't it? Come on, let's go find out if the rumor's true together. It's just a rumor, right? I'll pass. I'd rather spend some quality time with my Pokemon before heading to Lavere City. Okay, bye. So, is it really that scary? Let's go and see for ourselves, Tierno. There's always some reason rumors like that get started. Why are you traveling, Yuga? Everyone is working really hard at what they want to do, but I'm just all about memories. I'm kind of just goofing around. Just kidding. Alright, let's head back to the Pokemon Center and heal up. Oh, I also... Chestnut I have listed on the team, and Chestnut's not on the team either. I'm not doing a good job of updating the bottom left of what my team actually is. Well, I'm gonna change around my party members, and then we're gonna stop for today, and we'll pick this up on Thursday. So, still did a lot. I mean, 2 gyms, 2 rival fights. That's plenty. We've almost been going for 4 hours too, so this was a pretty long one. So, all right, yeah, I definitely want Chestnut back on the team. I don't know, maybe we take off Snorlax? Maybe. Might be better. Alright, so let me replace Snorlax on here with Lapras. Okay, there you go. So now that is our current team. We've got Chestnut, Lapras, Nidoking, Steelix, Florges, and Gyarados. And these guys have been absolutely fantastic so far. We've gotten a lot of solid Pokemon. Some misses. I mean, especially the the unfortunate not getting a Chinchou with Volt Absorb. That really sucks. But we'll make do. It's not the end of the world, you know. It happens, and I still am happy that we'll have Lantern, because Lantern is going to be a pretty important Pokemon for at least a couple of upcoming fights. But yeah, level cap is 42. We will get to the next gym next time we play, and we'll see how much further we get. I highly doubt we're going to get to Gym 7 or really anywhere close, but yeah, regardless, thank you guys so much for watching, whether you're watching on YouTube, on Twitch, or you're watching the VOD. Thank you to Ren, Doctor, 70, Nick, for all being here. You guys are awesome, fun to talk to, make for a lively chat, and I will see you all next time.